And you got to think about it. Nobody has been given. Nobody won't have nothing until April 7th.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
And we
I'm talking about
don't
he
know
already played in
what
the
type.
outfit.
He
I'm talking
already
he already
what?
played the He
Now,
already
two,
played in the outfits.
yeah, two plays in that system. He
Yeah,
did play in that system. The problem with
yeah,
Penix is
yeah, yeah.
Penix came from a different system, and not only is he gonna have to learn this system, he's gonna have to establish that chemistry with his receivers, as well as get acclimated to coming from up on the center. So it's
Yeah,
Penix has a lot to
yeah.
come into. Not saying he can't do it; it's not impossible. But
Yeah, he
he
ain't about that.
But I
first
feel
of all,
like Penix. I feel like Penix got the advantage when it comes to the offensive line.
mm-hmm,
Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Bijan,
mm-hmm,
the ones who
yep,
matter. I feel
yeah,
like that's where Penix got the advantage because he already got play time with those guys.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then we have to remember, we don't know what Penix is doing in the rehab. We don't know if he's been practicing coming from under
yeah,
center. Like, we're all just speculating. But if we can get Penix to come in here ready to compete, like that's all we need.
yeah,
Penix be
absolutely,
here ready to compete
yeah,
because that's going to give you the best opportunity to win this job. Because if you can't compete, then there is nothing to speak on.
absolutely.
But I still think they should let him sit because I don't think he's ready. I think they should let Tua start, let Penix get all the rest he needs, and then put him in.
Mhm.
I just don't see you ready right now.
And
Well, the problem with
and
that
that's why
is,
I say this is the win-win for the Falcons.
yeah. Well, the problem with Penix not being ready to compete in camp is they are not completely sold in on Penix. They're not completely sold in on allowing him to come in and actually win the position. He has to come in and take it because right now, in my opinion, I think it's two a day one. But Penix gonna have to
Yeah,
come in and count.
and I
He's
agree.
gonna have to come in. I mean, I'm talking about he's gonna have to come in game ready. That and I mean,
But
it's like I said
I also look at it like this. I
mhm,
also look at it like this. If Pennis would have never got hurt, we would have never got to it.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
So I feel like we all saying the same thing. It's all just coming from a different perspective. Like
Well,
Mhm.
like
if he never got hurt, I still say we had to bring the quarterback in.
Yeah, yeah. And see,
yeah,
that's the thing because right now everybody's thinking that Atlanta is going quarterback in 2027. So Penix's window is like real short. To me, like I said, I I mean with Atlanta only signing them to a 1 year deal, that's saying a lot right there. Saying, hey, you guys are here to compete for the starting job in 2026, and that's it. Because 2027, I think, in my opinion, I think Atlanta's going quarterback. It's going to be there's a couple of good ones in there that we can probably grab, but
yeah.
uh,
But that
it's
go back to what I was saying on Blackberry Show. If
mhm,
Tua come in here in 2026 and take us to the playoff, why
yeah,
wouldn't you bring him back?
right, absolutely,
Right.
yeah. And I'm Team Penix. I'm Team Penix.
I'm
By the
team
way,
Penix.
and
I'm
the thing
team
is,
Penix,
I like
but
the fact that young guy is going to come. He could come in and because this team is still young, even though we brought back some veterans. This team is still young, and to have a young guy come in and grow with the team and play with the team, I think that's a plus. Not saying Tua can't do it, but I mean, truth be told, I'm not putting bad on the man, but I'm looking for him to get hurt. I mean, he's been hurt since all these
but
concussions started.
But
He's been
but
he have been hurt.
we got to
he
be
had been
honest. Okay,
okay.
okay. We got to be honest. Okay, yes.
Mm-hmm,
Tua got hurt in 2022. Then he came back in 23 and 24 and gave us MVP caliber seasons before
mm-hmm,
injury in 24. In
yeah.
2025, Tua was only benched the last 3 games, and
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't because of injury.
Yeah, that
So
was
like,
performance wise.
and then like we gotta think about it. This man is 44 and 32
Yeah,
as a starter.
yeah, yeah. I like his stat. I like his stat against the NFC. I forgot what it was, but yeah, I like his stat against the NFC because I mean that's really what counts, and
And then like people say, oh well, Tua can't play in cold games. When has Tua had a run game or offensive line like we got down here in Atlanta?
right, and that's the plus side for Tua. I mean, we do have a better line than Miami, I think.
We
I
got a
think,
better run game than Miami.
yeah, we definitely have a better blindside blocker
Like
than Miami
and
does.
then like people like, oh man, Miami Tua don't like playing in the cold. The whole Miami didn't like playing in the cold because if you look at the Miami roster, they was all built on one thing: speed. You
Yeah,
can't run fast in the cold.
yeah,
I mean, I like Penix. I just want a healthy Penix. I just want a
Yeah,
Penix. I just want a Penix that know what he's doing.
yeah,
Other
I
than that,
want either one to be healthy. May the healthiest, readiest quarterback win the job.
right,
right.
yeah,
That's the only thing that hold me back from Penix because I seen him healthy and I seen him hurt,
yeah,
and both of them don't look like starter to me right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now the way he looks and sounds mentally, he seems like he's dialed in. He seems like he has no problem with the mental aspect of it. But we're not there to see him work out. We're not there to
Yeah,
see him go through the motion of quarterbacking and that type of stuff. So only he knows that. But he said he's going to be ready. He said he's going to be ready day one. So is that
Right.
saying? And day one is not that far off. When you think about
Man,
it.
day one right around the corner. We
Yeah,
finna
day
get
one
new jerseys in 2
any
weeks.
camp. Yeah. So I mean, he has to come in ready, physically ready.
but the way the coach is acting, it's like they're acting like it's something like it's like something that he's not telling us.
Yeah. Yeah. He
But
could be.
they
He could
not
be
though.
hyping himself
That's
up.
just what the media want us to perceive. Think about it.
Mhm.
They done told us everything that we could possibly know, that they could possibly know, because the
Right.
players ain't in the building. All they
Right.
know is Michael Penix is doing good in his rehab and he's on schedule.
Yeah.
That's all they know. Because
Yeah.
think about it, it ain't no contact with the players. It
Yeah.
ain't no going in there, hey man, check out this play. We finna start running this. They can't start doing that until April 7th.
Right.
But as
Right.
of right now, from what they see, Michael Penix is on schedule. But you
Mm.
know how it could be coming from a knee injury. So
Yeah.
bringing in a quarterback like Tua, even if Michael Penix got to sit, he gonna see what it's gonna look like when he get on the field.
Right.
And,
Right.
Ain't nothing gonna
then
change. The
and
protection
then
gonna be the same. The run scheme gonna be the same. Like the strong side, like won't nothing change if Tua has to start. And I'm one of those ones. If we're 4 to 8 games in and we are winning record, hey Michael Penix, you gotta sit.
yeah, and then another thing, I won't judge them until they play in preseason. So don't judge them in free agency. I mean, training camp. Judge them when they get in preseason for they can have a full game.
Yeah,
So a
I
lot of people
mean,
talking about, we'll know when they go to training camp who's gonna start. No, I won't do that. I
Yeah.
we
would they
ain't
play
gonna
in
know until
preseason.
week one, and week one, whoever it is, we all got to get behind that quarterback and hope for
Yeah.
success. Period.
Yeah,
Like I understand. It's two and no concussions, and then you got certain people saying, well, it's Michael Penix in his knees. Well, we just bad off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who thought Sam Darnold was going to succeed? Who
Yeah.
thought Baker Mayfield was going to succeed? Like
Well,
sometimes
stay
a
with
change of
them.
scenery in the right situation is all you need. We don't
Mhm.
need Tua to come in here and be Superman. We just need him to be a company quarterback. Just
Yeah.
like Michael Penix. We don't need you to play hero ball. Just be a competent
Right.
quarterback to lead this offense.
Right. Well, with the tools he got, that tool has, he could very well come in and take us straight to the playoffs with the tools he got, and then with uh the weapons that we have and the ones that we're going to get. I mean, really, Tua was just missing an offensive line in Miami. I mean, if you want to really put it out there, he was just missing an offensive line. I mean, yeah, you talk about a guy that I forgot what the stat was as far as his completion rate, even with the line in Miami. It was up there. I mean, it was still a satisfactory type showing for a quarterback of his caliber. But his thing is down in Miami. Yeah, he did make some plays too that weren't that was his fault. But at the same time, when you running from behind a line like that, man, I mean, I'm surprised he didn't get hurt earlier in the season.
Tua or Michael Penix, this team should be able to succeed. This team should be able to see playoff. If we get to the point to where Tua is the starting quarterback, and we're 6 games in, and we're 4-2, 5-1, Tua, you're gonna keep starting. If we're 3-3 or below, that's when you bring in Michael Penix, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then another thing.
Michael Penix is the starter.
And then another thing, the Tua or Michael be the lead in the South. The Saints, the Bucks, and the Panthers gonna be embarrassed because these are 2 quarterbacks they at least to beat them.
Right.
They're like, oh, because they already got in their mind. Oh, Tua or Michael, they can't beat us. And then if we win the division, that will blow their mind. Oh shoot, they'll blow a lot of Falcons' mind too.
What really concerns me though, the fact that Michael Penix, I don't know about Tua, but Michael Penix hasn't received a version of the playbook. You talking about a guy that you need to learn the system. That
but
and
he
said that
nobody had. That they won't be getting nothing until April 7th. And then I won't even be surprised if that was coach talk and the players who already on the roster might already got the playbook.
Yeah. But I would think that if you got a quarterback and you labeling this guy your franchise quarterback, that they would be go ahead and get him ready. I mean, yeah, he can't run no plays with it, but you talking about a guy that when he work out, he has to go sit in the ice tub. He got to go sit, get off his legs. But he could at least be learning the playbook or learning the system. But he was on the John Gruden show, and it didn't even John Gruden was sitting back like, what you mean you don't have a playbook yet? But I mean, it is Stefanski, so I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe they got a plan where Penix won't even be here for camp. I mean, that could be an option. You talking about Ian Cunningham looking for more picks? What better way to get picks is to use some of the assets that you do already have. Just a thought.
But I don't see them. I don't see them trading Michael Penix. I don't see them.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give. I mean,
because I feel like. I mean, what would we get from Michael Penix? Like, if we being honest, what team would trade for Michael Penix?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I say, like, Tua, you come in to win the job. That just give Michael Penix time to heal and develop. You ready in 2027?
Right.
Michael Penix, you come in to win the job. You successful, cool. It's a win-win for the Falcons.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, either we already have a quarterback on this team, whether it's Michael Penix Jr. or Tua, or we're going to look into 2027 where there's a full draft class of quarterbacks who we can choose from. And just keep building this team. That's why I'm glad we ain't building this team around one singular quarterback. We got to have these type of weapons. No, we're building a team for any type of quarterback. It don't matter what it is. You got the team for you to succeed.
Right.
Then let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, both of y'all guys, and the chat. Are we one of three things. Are we going to get a running back in free agency, the draft, or keep the guys you have now?
To be honest, we could do all three options because Nathan Carter, he could work. Like people say, like we have people saying, "Oh, you gotta have a running back that was just like Tyler Algier." What if that ain't the game plan? What if they want to run it back with Bijan and Nathan Carter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like if you bring in a Nick Chubb, a Najee Harris, a Joe Mixon, and you pay them $5-6 million a year, that's a slap in the face to Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, unless they're gonna come in here and sign a deal like how Rashad White signed with the Commanders, he signed a 1-year, $2 million deal with $2 million in incentives.
Yeah.
I would do something like that with one of those free agent running backs. But if the Falcons is finna sign either one of them for $5 or $6 million, that's a slap in the face to Tyler. But I understand Tyler wanted Carter rep, which he knew he wasn't going to get. But even in Arizona, he's finna be splitting the backfield with James Conner and Trey Benson. But he could come out and be the starter in that rotation.
Yeah. Didn't Conner go end the season on injured?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
That might be a concern for Arizona, depending on how he recovered. That may be an area of concern. So if Conner can't go 100%.
And James Conner reworked his contract to stay in Arizona. So he was supposed to get a $9.3 million contract for 2026. He reworked it to 6.8 to stay in Arizona. So technically, him and Tyler getting like almost the same.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we did lose a great running back in Tyler Algier.
Oh yeah.
We still have, like you mentioned, Nathan Carter, right? We still have. He's a very good running back. He's a tad smaller. Matter of fact, he's the smaller running back we have on the team, even then and now. But he runs heavy. He runs big. But the fact that we re-signed Carlos Washington is going to come down to who can play on special teams too. And I know Carlos Washington has a background in special teams. So I mean, playing special teams.
Carlos Washington strictly as special teams and practice squad. I don't see him having no impact. But as for the draft, to be honest, I do not, unless they have a plan to go get a wide receiver in free agency or starting cornerback in free agency. I don't see us taking a running back in our first 3 picks.
No.
How the board falling. But if somebody like Mike Washington there, well, I don't think Mike Washington is going to be there at 122.
No, absolutely not.
But like,
not. If Mike falls one pick, if he falls one unexpected pick, somebody knows something. But Mike is, man, I'm telling you, that took his generation, man. I mean,
I'm going to make a rumor. I say Mike pick his nose, and then he's going to drop down to the second round.
Oh, he dropped down to the second round. He's going to drop all the way down. He's going to drop. But I don't see that happening with him, though.
And for some reason, I feel like one of those picks, either 48 or 79, is going to be a trade involved.
Yeah.
We're going to trade down, either from 48 or 79. And we can get some quality depth. If we can get one more pick, we can get some quality starters in this draft.
I feel like we're gonna get another pre-draft before the free agency before the draft.
Yeah. Now, what
if you think we're gonna do that?
Huh?
How you think we're gonna do that?
I just got a feeling that something is boiling behind the scenes.
I do too. But I think my scenario might be a little different from everybody else, though.
Speak on it.
I think Ian Of course, I have never seen him do this in the past, but I think he may pull a Terry Fontenot and take a this year's pick and maybe a next year's pick and move up into the first round and grab somebody that we want.
I don't know. Trading up, I don't know now.
Because
I can see like, why do you think that?
Because even though we brought in, and I spoke on this yesterday, even though we brought in a bunch of guys to play D tackle and edge and a couple of linebackers, all these guys are run stoppers. These are guys that you gotta scheme around. You know, they're not 3 down type guys. They're not. In other words, if you bring in a guy, let's just say, like I did the piece yesterday on brain farting now on Ruben Bain, right? He's that guy that can come in. He'll play all 3 downs, all 4 downs, and then some. So if Atlanta was to give up a second round pick next year, a second round pick, one of picks from next year, maybe a second round pick from next year, and move up and grab that guy. That guy is next generation. I mean, he's that generational guy. He's that guy.
A video on that. I seen your video on that.
He's that guy that could give us what we lost in James Pierce Jr. if we have to move on from him, right? So Atlanta may already decide whether or not they're going to move on from him or not. They just can't speak on it because it's an ongoing case. But in their mind, they already have made up their mind. Hence all the D tackles and edge rushers that we're bringing in on these 1-year deals. And that's not saying a whole lot. We could be just creating depth, but at the same time, you know, it's still fire. It's still smoke, right? But if you bring in a guy like Ruben Bain, it's over. It's out of
park theory.
Yeah,
I mean, out of the park theory, like something that he Cunningham possibly do.
Yeah.
Trade Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I gave up one theory of trading him to the Eagles. What about trading him to the Chargers?
Yeah.
What about trading him to the Seahawks?
Yeah.
What about trading him to the Patriots?
And there are exactly 6 teams that have already called Atlanta on Kyle Pitts. But the thing is, nobody has
and I'm not saying this to say I dislike Kyle Pitts. I think Kyle Pitts the worst tight end we ever had in Falcons history. No, this is just a theory, and this is just looking at Ian Cunningham and the places he come from. They all have traded players for picks and other players.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we literally watched the Eagles trade for AJ Brown when AJ Brown was on a franchise tag with the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Well, I say like this. My theory about that they're gonna pick somebody at free agency. It's a person that's gonna get cut before preseason, and either the cornerback, or offensive line, or a defensive tackle, and it's gonna be somebody that they can't refuse.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna say I'm against it. I like the fact that he's a veteran, but Jesse Bates just might not be here either.
No,
that could be an option.
That's a possibility.
Yeah,
but I
have money. Like, just like everybody say, we got this new regime. They're not loyal. They don't have to be loyal. They don't have no connection to nobody on this roster. We don't know what could happen.
Yeah.
They could trade one of my favorite players in Drake London. We don't know what can happen.
Drake London could get traded because you got Kyle Pitts, B. John, and Drake London. Kyle Pitts is more valuable than Drake London because in Shabinsky offense, he like tight end better.
Yeah.
Because he's a tight end man. And look, like a lot of people say, Kyle Pitts only gonna cost $16 million. London gonna cost 35 million.
Yeah.
London costs 16 right now because of his fifth year option. So technically, right now, Drake London and Kyle Pitts cost the same.
But when the contract comes, when they make a contract, it's gonna be 35 million. And a receiver's a dime a dozen. And this what I hear. Ideas in this offense ain't to me. He more of a slant man, this kind of guy, receiver, dip and dab.
We can't say that off the last couple of seasons that he had in Cleveland, because if you look at us, the fantasy offense, when he got wide receivers, his offense is cooking.
Yeah,
right.
It just ain't about the tight end. David Njoku don't get those yards if he don't have a Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, Amari Cooper. Like we have to remember, like when Kevin Stefanski offense was cooking, he has a solid wide receiver core. We can't just go off these last couple of years when he had Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
But I can see by Ian, it's basically about the pay rate, and I don't see Ian paying 3 people on the team $30 million.
No, I don't see that.
Who is the 3 people you gonna pay $30 million?
Well, one is Bijan, one is Drake.
Bijan is not gonna get no $30 million.
No, he's gonna be the highest paid running back in the NFL.
He may get there. Yeah,
ain't no running back gonna get 30.
Look, okay, 25, 30, and 20. I don't see him paying all of them. No.
I don't see Kyle Pitts getting. Okay, so you trying to tell me that Kyle Pitts the best tight end in the NFL?
Yeah, I'm not paying Kyle Pitts. I don't want to pay Kyle Pitts the franchise tag. Talking about 20. I'm not sold on Kyle Pitts, to be honest with you. Now
they will pay Kyle Pitts, but they pay Drake.
I don't think so.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because just look at with no quarterback, Drake's stats got better every year.
Yeah.
This past season, prior to injury, Drake was leading the NFL in 100-yard games and a touchdown.
Yeah.
But you talking about injury? I'm talking about money. I'm talking about business. You talking about playing?
Yeah. But the difference is like franchise tag and Kyle Pitts. The only thing that benefits us for franchising him is that we have the leverage on in negotiations if a team come calling. In other words, the team that comes calling for Kyle Pitts is going to have to pay for him. Are we willing to pay him the $16-17 million? Yes. I mean, we're going to keep him unless somebody trade him. Trade for him. But if the team comes in, is going to have to truly pay for him. They're going to have to show Atlanta, hey, we want Kyle Pitts in our offense. And I can see a team.
Same thing go for Kyle Pitts because they franchise tag him to say, do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
But they didn't
do it again when you got an offense that is staple around the tight end and having a solid offense. So when everybody's healthy, we want to see you have that same production or better. That's why you franchise tag.
You get Drake for cheaper because Stefanski. I'm saying true. Stefanski he gonna pick a pitch before he pick Drake. Cause he a tight end man.
I don't know. You talking about
offensive man. He's an offensive man. The only tight end we only know of him doing good of is David Njoku. And like we gotta be honest.
The man was a tight end coach.
The man was a tight end coach, a quarterback coach, a running back coach, a wide receiver coach.
Yeah, but he loved
Mad Mike Spokes. What's going on, big dog?
Hey,
back down memory lane. Back down memory lane. I've been listening to R&B all day, y'all. I'm in a singing mood.
What's going on?
A little bit of energy, just a little bit of energy, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on, man?
Hey man,
What's
we
going on, man?
football,
Man,
man.
let me ask you a question, Mike.
Yo,
Compared to
what's
with
up?
your contract thing, you think they'll keep Pitts over Drake contract wise?
I mean, it really depends on what they want to do. If they're trying to build a team and make a team, kind of like in the Pittsburgh Steelers image, where they don't really give out big, huge contracts like that, the offensive players, like I can see them picking Pitts over Drake because that's my humble opinion. I'm not paying any. I don't believe in paying quarterbacks $50 million. I don't believe in paying wide receivers $30 million. I don't, and I never have.
I agree. Yeah. One thing for certain. Wide receivers come a dime a dozen. Now,
Yeah,
star wide receivers, that's a different story. It's not every day you're gonna go out and find a Drake London, right? But if you got that right quarterback, he would turn a average wide receiver. I'm not saying that he gonna be able to do the things that Drake London do, but he gonna be able to help the team. Case in point, Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady was different, but every receiver he went and got, he made those receivers. He made Gronkowski. He made he made New England.
I mean Wes Welker, Amendola, Deion Branch. You can keep on going on and on and on with Tom Brady with the type of receivers he's had. That's the same thing with Drew Brees and Matt Ryan, Peyton Manning, like all the good quarterbacks. I mean, if you be honest, I don't know if Travis Kelce would have been as great as he was in his entire career without Patrick Mahomes. So quarterback, in my opinion, you have to. I mean, you got to make sure they're happy before anybody else is happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
that's when quarterback and coaching matters. I feel like we've seen it firsthand. Just look at all of the other quarterbacks drafted with Michael Penix Jr.
Mm-hmm.
That they all had experienced coaching, experienced play calling, somebody who knew the game inside out when it came to a young quarterback.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
outside
and
of
that's
injury
why
for JJ McCarthy, JJ McCarthy was in a good situation in Minnesota. He just kept getting in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he couldn't stay 100%.
Michael Penix Jr. He ain't had no fucking help.
That part, that's what I was just about to speak on.
Looking at him like one of the elder statesmen. He is so mature. They looking at him like he's a 5-6 year veteran. Don't worry about it, Mike. You got it, Mike.
Yeah.
I ain't got to teach you nothing, Mike. Just go out there and do your thing, Mike. He's so poised. He got control of the offense. You still got to teach him. He's a youngster.
Yeah.
He still got to develop, and that's why I love the new coaching staff. It's all about development. Everybody they brought in is about development.
Yeah.
That's why Penix gets the benefit of the doubt when it came to like his performance, because of the lack of coaching and the help that he didn't get. Because truth be told, he's a great quarterback, but at the same time, he probably was looking for help. And like when we went to see him at camp, right? You saw him on the field during games. You never saw him and Zach Robinson like really talking, engaging.
Zach didn't care. Zach did not care.
See, like when Shanahan was here, oh man, him and Matt Ryan was almost glued at the hip. Them two was always talking. They always had that laptop, that iPad. Never saw that with Penix. Penix would go over there and sit on that bench, man, and just sit there and just wait and look.
Right. And even Matt Ryan had an inexperienced quarterback coach. His quarterback coach is our quarterback coach now, and another one of his quarterback coaches is the head coach of Green Bay.
Yeah. Well, guess what? He got the help now.
Yeah.
He got the help.
I say this quarterback situation for us, for the Falcons, I don't know about any other team in this situation, but for us, it's a win-win. Because
Absolutely.
either Penix gonna win the job, or Penix get to sit a season to see the same offense he gonna take over in 2027.
Yeah.
Or if both quarterbacks flounder, we can look into the draft in 2027, draft our quarterback, and still have Michael Penix as a backup.
Yeah. Yeah. That here go the thing too. A first round pick quarterback. Let's just say he doesn't play as much as we thought, through the season. If he ends up riding the oak, a little more than we wanted to, didn't see a whole lot of him. What does that say about him in 2027 if we go and look for a quarterback? And if Tua takes us to the playoffs, I don't think they're going to release Tua. So that puts Penix in a situation where he becomes expendable, even though he was a first round quarterback.
Unless you give him the Jordan Love treatment.
But you think a team is not gonna? You think a team, if Tua takes the Falcons to the playoffs, there's no way in hell a team is gonna he's gonna come to the Atlanta Falcons and play for the Atlanta Falcons. No way in hell that happens. He's gonna ask for $300 million. I can promise you that.
Oh, he won't.
That's what I would do. Look, I took a team. Y'all ain't been to the playoffs in 10 years, bitch. Yeah. I mean, my bad. I keep forgetting I'm not on my platform. You give me my money. It's been almost 10 years. I took you to playoffs. Mike didn't do it. Kirk didn't do it. I want $300 million. Why Tua ain't saying that? Of course he gonna ask. He's gonna try to get anybody to give him that new contract. He only got one left in him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Man, I don't know. It's just like, for me as a fan, I don't want us to be in the same boat as Minnesota. You brought in a quarterback who everybody thought was done, who everybody thought was right. We literally just watched this man revamp his career in the right system.
Yeah.
And go to the NFC Championship and the playoffs 2 years. And the Super Bowl 2 years straight.
Yeah. That's why I'm not going to harp too much on last season, right? Because last season was to me it was not player performance. It was all coaching from Raheem to Zach Robinson to everybody on that coaching staff.
They damn won, Gina. They damn won. It was a nightmare. It was a complete nightmare.
Yeah. Everybody dropped the ball. When you got a team like the one we had, look, man, the team that we had previous in 2023 or 24 rather. You mean to tell me that team could not come back in and play competitively? They could not come in and beat, even at very least, split with Carolina. Did you get
honest? Since 2023, the Atlanta Falcons done had the NFC South in the palm of their hand and let it run away.
Yeah. Team set they set a record. Okay. They set a record for 57 sacks in the season. Bijan Robinson had now 2,100 yards for himself. 2,100 by himself. That's Saquon Barkley-esque. They went to the Super Bowl with those numbers, and we couldn't. Right. That tells you everything that you need to know about what this team, that coaching staff was. They were absolutely horrendous. There was no reason for those guys to even be in that position. Right. 57 sacks. You tell me if you give Philadelphia 57 sacks in a season, you tell me they don't make it to a playoff? We didn't even make it to the playoffs.
Right.
With those numbers. That's embarrassing. Furthermore, just one little point. Like, you're talking about not only that, but you have Jalen Hurts. In his Super Bowl year, he passed the ball for 2,800 yards. That's it. Mm-hmm. They went to the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl with their numbers. So the quarterback isn't an issue.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I was more embarrassed about last season than the season we went 3-13.
Mm-hmm.
At least we had a reason for that. At least we had a reason.
Yeah, that go back to my statement. I feel like we finally turning the page and not focusing on building our team around who our quarterback is. We're finally building this team for a quarterback. It don't matter who the quarterback is. We just look at Sam Darnold. He didn't have a hell of a season this year, but he had a good enough season to lead that team to the Super Bowl.
He had a steady season. And that's why I'm staying Team Penix too. And when you look at what he did with that team in 2024, going down the last 4 or 5 games of the season, he can do that. He can do it even in this new system. He can do that. You have weapons. You can learn just about any system if you have weapons. Now, if you just have 1 or 2 guys that can turn plays, then it's gonna be just a little bit harder because you haven't established chemistry with them. But if you got guys like Drake on one side, and that's why this wide receiver that we bring in is gonna be absolutely important. So the Drake London, Bijan, the core of the offense is already there. The offensive line is already there. So all you need to do is find you that 1 or 2 receivers. Receiver, hopefully is Doctor. Hopefully it's him that he can come in and give us what we need. And Zacchaeus be that awesome number 3. And then you got the dual tight ends. Both of them are capable receivers. Those are weapons. So it's just a matter of Penix dropping back, doing his drop, establishing his footing, and just turn to whoever he wants to go to. And that's why I was like, we don't need nobody to take the top off the defense. We need somebody to come in and get open. Yeah, that can run a great route.
First down.
I see 330 done came in here. What's up, OG?
What's happening? Just been sitting back, listening a little bit. I don't know about that not taking nobody over the top though. We need that with them arms we gonna have in the building, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, we got it. I'm just saying we don't need nobody, not for Penix. We don't need that.
Well, OZ was my guy. How... Oh, but first, let me take care of some business first. And Georgia Texas boy, I hope you're doing well. And I'm gonna apologize to you in advance. But Mad Mike, this is not an opportunity for me to say anything, address anything to you on another platform. So I'm up here to do logo business. And I'm just making that clear before we even go any further. But I apologize to you in advance, Georgia Texas boy. But anywho, I like the moves so far. It's different. It's a different direction. And as you say, it's a new era. And I like what I'm seeing. I like the move. And this guy, I don't want to butcher his name, IAN. I think he understands what the Falcons need. And he's using his expertise to make sure that when we go into this draft with these limited drafts that we have, that we're going to be able to maximize those draft picks and not be, over zealous when we have to make those picks. In other words, don't be desperate. So he can make real good calculated picks.
I think right now it's not a reason for him to be desperate. I mean, there's no sense of urgency right now. Right. It's just either he already have a plan of who he wants to go get, or he just waiting for somebody to come available. But
I think it's a running back. I think it's either a running back, because you gotta, like, with our system that we have, it's a West Coast system. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, you can throw a little spread in there because of where Tommy Reese is going to be what he's kind of used to, for the most part. Kind of what, if you go back and look at the Cleveland, they ran a lot of West Coast style offense, almost similar to what Kyle Shanahan did. And then you have, when they was in the gun, you saw Shedeur Sanders. So they have they have the personnel, they have the team. I think if we're going to get the best out of Bijan Robinson, I think we have to have a running back. I think we have to have a number 2 running back, and whether or not they get that in free agency. Yeah.
You went right into where I'm going. Free agency or the draft. Do you feel if we bring in a free agent running back and pay him $5 or $6 million a season, do you feel like that's a slap in the face of Tyler Algier, or do you feel like Tyler Algier want to start a rip? So it ain't no big deal if we bring in a Nick Chubb or a Najee Harris for $5-6 million.
I don't know about slap in the face. I just think Tyler, for what I heard from his uncle, man, his uncle pretty much said he just want an opportunity to be the man. He just want to be the man. I mean, sometimes guys just want that for themselves, and it's not personal. I think he just wants that for himself, to prove it to himself that he can be that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm cool with that. And I understand it, because you knew, like, once Bijan Robinson hit the turf, like, you knew, like, he is the man.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like if you do bring in somebody like Najee Harris, Nick Chubb, or even a Joe Mixon, they gonna know they role. Like, y'all coming in here to play behind Bijan. My whole thing is, can we get him for what the Commanders got for Rashad White? 1 year's $2 million, and then give him $2 million in incentives. I mean, that's a
Rashawn White, you saying?
Yeah.
I mean, he's, like I said, Bijan is the man. That's all I'm saying. But if we're going to continue, even if something, God forbid, happened to be, we have to have a number 2. I don't think Tua without a run game is going to be enough, because he had the same question marks that Penix has at quarterback as far as injury is concerned. Different, but it's still a question mark there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I agree.
On a different
like maybe the 5th round, 6th round. Look at a running back. But I feel like those first 3 picks should be D tackle, cornerback, wide receiver, and any combination. But
I don't think he's done yet either. Because I think we still got a couple of players on the roster that, like Mike said, has that question mark on them too, for a different reason. And that question mark is whether or not they're going to be here. And I think Ian is actually looking at how much money each person is making too, for the production that you may be putting out, or their lack of. And that's why I think like somebody like Mike Hughes still have that question mark behind him. Somebody like Clark Phillips still might have that, even though he's not breaking the bank,
Right.
Mike Hughes, because of his age and then the money he's making, he's expendable. He could, especially somebody come call asking for him. But Clark Phillips,
I agree. Because with the Darnay Holmes signing, I feel like that's in case Billy Bowman ain't ready to come back from injury. So we got our nickel back. If we sign a cornerback in the draft, I feel like you could make Mike Hughes expendable and save that $6 million. Yes, he do have a $2 million dead cap, but you save $6 million.
Yeah.
That could be another one. I actually had a thought. I kind of talked about earlier today. If you haven't seen the video, I was talking about, the possible trade of Jesse Bates because of Xavier Watts. To me, I think he's a star in the making, but injuries and all that type of stuff happens, and it kind of derail things. So I don't necessarily think you want to mess that up with those guys, but that's another avenue where you can think about, because you get a corner, maybe when a Billy Bowman is ready, you kind of maybe put him at safety. Man, he be the free safety. You move Watts over to the strong side. So like it's a lot of things. That's why I like this secondary for the Atlanta Falcons, man. I like those guys are really versatile. You can do a lot of good things and move them around And that's what I like most about it. But I think too, I don't know if you guys, I hope I ain't talking too much, but I don't know if you guys saw the one with what Jeff Olbrich said about Jalen Walker.
I didn't see it.
So basically he kind of alluded to, oh, you saw it?
No, I did not. That's what I'm saying. I'm interested in what he said.
So he kind of alluded to the fact that he's going to be using Jalen Walker a little bit more as a linebacker. There's more. They're going to be moving him around. So that's why I said I could see the Falcons in the second round kind of go after an edge because you don't know what's going to happen with James Pierce right now. We just don't know. I mean, he could be suspended 3. He could be suspended half the season or the entire season. We don't know right now.
Right.
So moving Jalen Walker around is going to be kind of interesting to have him say that when he was at the Georgia Pro Day.
Yeah.
So is Trice not in that loop?
He's a question mark. We got a lot of question marks, man. Troy Anderson, he's a question mark. Brady, he's a question mark. You got we don't know if Diablo really is the real middle linebacker. We got a lot of question marks on his team right now.
Man, look at Ryan Bateman. Ryan keeping in the basement too long. He's trying to let him go. Thank God.
Yeah. That's why I can't understand. And I trust me, I love Troy Aikman. I'm not Troy Aikman. Troy Anderson. And what he could,
I do too. I love him.
But he can't stay on the field. I mean, he works out perfect for us, but he cannot stay on the field. The time that we need him, always get.
Don't put him on special teams. Keep him as a linebacker. Don't put him. He get hurt on special teams. Keep him as a linebacker.
Fact.
And that'd be good.
Nah, we still got to field special teams though. We can't just keep them.
Yeah.
That's
Well, T1000 problem is that he's an offensive player that's playing defense, and that's a hard transition. It's more difficult of a transition than a defensive player that goes and starts playing offense.
Yeah.
Look at Tyler Algier. He was a linebacker, so that enhanced his running. But when you playing offense, quarterback and running back, and then you become a linebacker, that's a different transition because he's got to initiate the hits, not try to elude the hits.
Right.
So if they can get his mindset on that and his body can heal right, then I think that this guy will make a big difference in the middle of that field.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And that's what's the luxury for us right now. Let's say we don't take a linebacker in the draft. Right now, we got a fast linebacker core with Diablo.
Yes.
Harris, Troy. If Troy come back anywhere near 100%, watch out. Talking about moving Jalen to the linebacker spot. That's a fast linebacker core.
That is fast.
Because think about it, we ain't heard nobody talk about Jalen going back to linebacker. They've been just pissing him in as an edge. Oh no, Jalen's gonna be an edge. Yeah. Rick told us last year, no. Year 1, Jalen gonna do what? Focus on being the edge.
Yeah.
Year 2 is when the transition gonna go back. Okay, a linebacker, and then we're gonna go back to seeing Jalen from UGA linebacker. Edge,
right.
Linebacker,
oh,
edge.
I know what I wanted to tell y'all. I knew it was something I wanted to say. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I knew it was something I wanted to tell y'all. I knew it. Listen, when I tell you that I can spot talent. When I tell you I can spot talent, believe it. Believe it. If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, don't ask me how, just hook them up. But the Falcons are now entertaining the one guy I've been pushing for the last 2 years. I finally went to talk to him. Christian Wilkson. And nobody wanted to bring him here because of his
Yeah, I see that. I see
Yeah,
like 10
yeah.
teams that reached out to Christian Wilkins.
Yes, that man. Look, I could care less what he did over in Las Vegas. I don't care nothing about all that. Everybody have situations going on where it can look unfavorable to them. That was a little over the top, but at the same time, when that man got to Miami, that man became the stud that he is. Hard. He became the stud that he is. But he did his job. He did his job. And that's exactly what we need right here in Atlanta, in the middle. That man enjoys playing in the middle. He loves it. I don't know for whatever reason, but guys, the man is. You're not going to block him with one guy. You cannot block him with one guy. Go watch his highlights.
Defensive tackle.
You cannot block this man with one guy. And that's exactly what he needs. He's that run stopper. He's going, and he could possibly get you in there, get you a few sacks in the process. I'm gonna look. I love Grady Jarrett, but Christian is that guy, and he enjoys the game. Yes,
I know.
And he plays around a little lot. He plays around a lot. He does play a lot. He's like a big kid. But when it comes to that snapping of the ball, that man is all in. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But I'm gonna say all I'm gonna say is I told you guys.
Oh no,
we need that man in the middle. Let this all I would do if I'm in.
Because I look at the moves that we making. Think about it. We brought in all rotational defensive tackles to where we can go in the draft and get that alpha.
Yeah.
We go in and get that guy, that pass rushing, run stuffing defensive tackles. And that pick 48, we can have a pick of the bunch.
Yeah.
We can have or even at pick 79, you want a little bit of lead, because I think Caleb Banks is going to drop because of that foot injury. I think Caleb Banks is going to drop to the 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah.
But then you still got.
He had done his due diligence, though.
Oh yeah.
He had done his due diligence. I mean, just look at the names you have up there already. These guys are run stoppers. They are run stoppers. They are known for stopping the run. Cameron, even Ojulari. We didn't have seen him like a whole lot with Philly, but at the same time, I know that's gonna make a whole
He's
bunch
a Georgia boy. That's what they do at Georgia. They physical. They like to play the run. So that's why I love about Jalen, man. Jalen, that he know how to set the edge. He can get after the quarterback. He can play linebacker. Like that's why I wanted him coming in from the beginning, because those guys can do all those physical things that you need. From players.
Yeah, I think we have 2 players from Georgia. Who? I don't know. But I think we're going to draft at least 2 players from Georgia. Could it be Miller and Branch, or Branch and Everett? Or Miller and Everett? Like, my thing about Everett, with the right coaching, and because Everett, he'll be the type of cornerback, he'll be silent. And then when the game on the line, he'll be the one to give up the big play.
Right. Yep.
If he can fix that, that's Everett really a solid corner, because he be shut down. And then I guess he might get just too lax. I don't know, but he always give up the big play. What would y'all like in the draft? If y'all had pick 48 and we on the clock, what position y'all take?
Let's trade him for Stetson. Let's trade all our pick for Stetson Bennett.
No.
Oh, y'all wouldn't like that? We need a quarterback, right?
Stetson Bennett in the draft.
Quarterback situation straight.
I mean, that's what everybody telling us we need. They telling me that I need to get off Stetson Bennett, so let's trade all draft picks for Stetson Bennett. We need a quarterback, y'all.
Hey, man, he's Georgian. You mean to tell me all our Georgia boys don't want that?
No, man, come on, man. We got to represent we got to represent them dogs. We got to bring them in. No, man, like seriously.
Oh, so y'all are taking Bennett, but not Carson Beck.
Come on, man. Not Carson. You know what? I forgot he was in the draft. I swear to you, man. Good God. I swear I forgot he was in the draft. I have you know what? Golly. You know what? I wouldn't mind him with the Falcons, to be honest, because I think he'd be a nice project.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a nice project. Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, like that go back to what I was saying. Like, what if Tua and Michael Penix don't pan out? We do got the system to plug and play a quarterback. We do got the system. We do got the team to plug and play a quarterback. To be honest, we've been saying it for the last 5 years that we need a competent quarterback and a competent system.
Yeah.
Now we got both. We just need one of them to pan out. We don't need much.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that.
That's what it was. We were playing. He's older than Blake. He has issues. He got issues. He got issues with no.
Like, do we really need Tua to come in here and be Tua of Miami, or do we need Tua to come in here and be Tua of Alabama coming into the league?
The Tua of Alabama. That's the whole gimmick about this thing anyway. We want to still win some games. We want that possibility of still going, of going to the playoff with the weapons that he got. Granted, he had the weapons in Miami, but at the same time, he didn't have the offensive line. But with this offensive line, he could come in like he did in Alabama and win the big game or the big games and when it comes to us. But he could win the division. Maybe that's the focus.
Yeah, and then, like, in my opinion, I feel like all the weaknesses they had in Miami, that's our strength. The running game, the offensive line. Yeah, they might have faster wide receivers, but I take Drake over either one of them any day.
Yeah. That's why I said it was the receiver that we bring in is going to have to absolutely click, because I mean that number 2 guy is going to be so important. He's going to have to be able to draw attention away from Drake London. Now, the key is he's going to be able to do his thing at the 3 spot. But the thing is, is he that guy though? Is he going to be able to draw that attention away? Will they be able to say, okay, can we allow him to be out there on the island by himself with a cornerback or a safety? Is he going to be able to take one of the safeties away from double teaming or even blanketing Drake London? So thinking about Doc, he's going to have to come in and he's going to have to actually perform. Say again?
What Mooney did prior to injury.
Yeah.
Nobody ain't expect Mooney to come in here and have damn near 1,000 yards.
Right.
Dotson, you're a first round wide receiver. You a 16 overall pick. Now you getting the opportunity to show what you can do. We ain't bringing you here to be number 1. We already got our number 1 guy.
Right.
And we've seen in this the fancy system, they like sure-handed wide receivers. And
Dobson, I think he has a better opportunity here in Atlanta than he did in Philly, because in my opinion, the Philly wide receiver room was stacked.
Right.
And the type of wide receiver that Drake London is, I think that him and Dobson are not going to. I hope I'm saying his name right. They're not going to be competing for those deep balls like that, because we know what kind of wide receiver that Drake London is.
Yeah.
So I think his opportunities are going to be a lot better, especially if we get high play from either one of these quarterbacks that we got in the house.
Right.
Yeah. Like all this right now, because we got the team. We just need the quarterback to be efficient.
Yeah. But I think we finally got it, though. I think we finally got it, because this offense is going to be so balanced. And now that we have an experienced guy that's going to be calling the plays, that know how to call plays, I think it works out. And you, like I said earlier, we got weapons at every corner now, every corner, and it could possibly work. I mean, all these guys run great routes. They even Dotson. If you watch his footage, he gets open. He loved that slant. He loved it. He loved going across the middle. The thing is, I'm hoping that Kyle Pitts find his way back if we don't trade him. That he find his way back into form. Right, he's a little bit older. I mean, he's a little bit more mature, or should be a little bit more mature. He should realize now that he's gonna have to play for that money if he expects to get it from us. So hopefully he comes in and be that guy and say, okay, I'm gonna own this thing at tight end. Because I can guarantee you one thing, Austin Hooper ain't coming in here to give up no position. Austin Hooper's gonna come in here, he's gonna be ready to play. He already knows the system. He's gonna come in here ready to play and add to this offense. I can't wait to see how it balances out.
Great point.
What's your thoughts, man, Mike?
Mike might have stepped away.
Well, yeah, man. The 2026 offseason with he ain't Cunningham so far, like I got on the screen, A minus.
Yeah.
A minus?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't, and the reason I ain't giving him an A plus because I'm waiting to see what we're gonna do in the draft, and I want to see what we're gonna do after the draft with those free agents.
Yeah.
How with the other teams that are drafting before us? I know you guys do. You three guys are doing some serious deep diving into this whole thing. How is the draft being set up by needs as far as the other teams? And can one of these top defensive linemen, the nose tackles, fall to us?
Yeah. Absolutely. They are, and it's all like you said, it depends on the team needs. That's why a lot of these players could drop later into the round. A lot of these wide receivers that are coming in off in the draft, a lot of these teams want wide receivers. And you got a couple of guys that want a couple of teams that want offensive linemen, and they need offensive linemen. But a lot of these people want receivers because they need playmakers.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, and it's cheap. Exactly, it's cheaper. Yeah. So a lot of these defensive tackles that were and are expected to go first 10 pick of 15 to 20 could possibly fall into later part of the round. I mean, it's a plus for us, but at the same time, are they going to be there when it's time for us to pick? That's going to be the question.
Will four nose tackles be gone before our pick comes? In your opinion, anyone y'all opinion?
Nose tackles don't go high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
They'd be lucky if they get drafted. Nose tackle lucky if they get drafted.
Yeah.
Wow. Good. That's what we, in my opinion, that's what we need. We definitely need that Grady Jackson type player that we had back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be awesome.
That'll be crazy, man. If we got a guy like that in the middle with the speed that we got on the edges and the linebackers so far.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the Oakland Pittsburgh pick that is that for this year or next year?
Next season. So
Next
year.
now,
Okay.
going into next season, we got 10 picks.
Okay.
So Ian was right. This might be the last season that we got 5 draft picks.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Terry Fontenot's a gambling man. He gambled away those picks. I mean, they weren't bad moves, but it was one of those things. He showed his. I ain't gonna say he showed his hands too quick, but at the same time, he didn't bring in the people to get this team where they need to be. Because we got the team, we got the players. Every player that he got have worked, even Kyle Pitts.
And I like Terry. My only thing about Terry, when he locked on a player, he's locked on that player.
Oh yeah,
he's not substituting for nothing else. If the player he wants is there, he's going to go get that player.
Yeah. And see, nobody agreed with how Terry did it. Nobody agreed with him. I don't even think Arthur Blank even agreed with him. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But by the time he was done, we had a doggone good team on the field. Truth be told, we had a real good team. But we dropped the ball when it came to coaching. We dropped the ball. I don't see no other coach that would have had the team that we had last season and end up like we did. Because we looked like buffoons last year. Like we weren't like, I mean, we didn't look like a football team, to be honest with you. We looked like somebody just threw it together and was like, hey, go play ball. Zach Robinson, to me, I think Raheem got to take blame too because the captain got to go down with the ship. But Zach Robinson, to me, was the guy that should have left out here even before. Well, no, I ain't going to say that because I'm going to say he should have left before Jimmy Lake. But he should have left with Jimmy Lake. I mean, or right after. Because, I mean, the way it was going and the way your offense was looking. And that's why I hate having, like, defensive head coaches. Because once your offensive coordinator can't do anything with the team he got, you got to do what's the name up there in Detroit did what he did. He not even an offensive coordinator himself. He's a defensive guy. Yeah. But so take over
this question right here.
Yeah.
This right here gonna be the last question for tonight, and then we're gonna start wrapping it up. If we end up with a first round pick somehow, who would y'all go after? Cowboy, we'll start with you.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. You got to go with all about the you, baby. Yeah.
I already know.
You already know. Yes.
Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain. Easy. That replaces James Pierce Jr. in a hurry, in a heartbeat, day one. Without, I mean, that's not even saying that, okay, let's see what he can do. You don't need you already know he can do it. The man been winning all his life. He been winning.
What about you, Mike?
I'm trading it away because I don't want anything in this draft. I think this is probably one of the worst drafts I've ever seen. There's nothing there that's like, especially quarterback. There's nothing at quarterback. I think a lot of these guys, lucky they be second string most of their career. Fernando Mendoza doesn't do anything for me. I think he's a system guy. He's a bottom half of the first round pick, to be honest. He's a bottom half of the first round pick. That's going to go number one overall just because he's a quarterback. I don't see anything out of running back that really, catches my eye. Like if anything about this draft, maybe the offensive lineman. I think offensive lineman is probably where I would go. But this draft is horrible. This is one of the worst drafts I've seen in quite some time.
Okay. What about
you? I got a question for Mike, though.
I got one too, but go ahead, Cowboy.
Wasn't Matt Ryan a system guy? Even when he was at Boston, he was a system guy. So you don't think that would work for Mendoza?
I mean, every quarterback is a system quarterback. It's just you got to find the right system for those guys. That's the beauty of coaching. So every quarterback is a system quarterback. Like you look at Mike Vick, for example, when he was in the West Coast offense with us, he didn't look well, even though we had one of the best offensive quarterback guys in Greg Knapp. Like he has a long history of developing quarterbacks, and then he couldn't do anything with Mike Vick until Mike Vick got with Andy Reid, and Andy Reid put him in the right system. It was the same system: get the ball in hand, quick, throw the ball deep, use your legs. So like every quarterback is a system. You just got to find the right system for him. I mean, that's why Brock Purdy got $200 million right now.
Right.
What's your question, Dirty?
Yeah. Okay. That was a hypothetical scenario, but if you did have that first round draft, and the first thing you said you would trade back, would you trade back and use that trade back to get your quarterback next season, or would you do something?
Oh, absolutely. I got my eyes on that Manning boy. Look, that boy has all the tools. Now, whether or not he actually is a good quarterback, that's up to him. That's up to the system. That's up to his coaches to help him get there. But there's only one quarterback out of that I see in college right now. I want anything, and it's not because he's a man, but you just look at Arch. Arch can run. He's a mobile quarterback. He can move around. He can make all the throws. I mean, you saw how he started the year and how he ended the year with Texas. I mean, he showed you what he can do when you put him in the right system and you run, get certain people things around him. So he has that. But like that's what I'm doing. If I'm doing anything, I am going for the most. And another thing to go with that, with Arch, he has the system around him. Mm-hmm. He has Peyton. He has his dad. He has his grandfather. He has everything around him. He knows guys in the NFL. So my thing is, I want guys that's going to be, they have the most support. And I think the most support around him, he's going to make the right decisions as a quarterback to be a better quarterback. So that's what I want.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Going on about whatever.
But man, hey man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep on showing Georgia Texas boy some love, man. Man, I appreciate you. We'll hook up real soon. Everybody on here about whatever 3:30. Hey man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Hey, that's all I gotta say, man. Appreciate you.
Hey man, appreciate you sharing the knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but look about that about Manning, I got a nephew that's coaching up there, Tory Beckton. I might have to slide him a text. So we might need him to lean in a little bit on Manning.
Manning is the best quarterback that's gonna come out in the next 3 years.
Manning gonna come out next year, but that's what they saying. That 2027 draft class, whatever type of quarterback you want is in the 2027 draft class. You want a passing quarterback, you want a scrambling quarterback, you want a dual threat quarterback, you want a mobile quarterback. They all finna be in this 2027 draft class.
Yeah. You see who Red Swan them threw up there. That kid nice too.
Yeah.
The only thing about him
Red Swan, what's up, fella?
Yeah.
You got shout out to Nico coming out of UCLA. You got Chambliss. If they don't force him to come into this draft, you got the Dante Moore, you got the Raiola. Mm-hmm. If he don't stay to prove himself at Oregon, you got the quarterback from Ohio State.
Man, I ain't taking no quarterback from Ohio State, Oregon, or USC. Man, y'all niggas is tripping, bro. Like,
I feel
just listen to this, right? When the last time a real good quarterback came out of Ohio State, USC, what's the other bum ass team that dude mentioned?
And last. We gotta,
I was gonna say some of them came out hot, but they didn't last.
They didn't last.
Look, I ain't even giving you last because Marcus Mariota's in the league. And he's been to back up his whole fucking career. And he came from Oregon. They was nut pulling dude from who be painting his fingernails. What the hell his name is? Yeah, him. He trash as hell right now.
Caleb?
Come on, man. Yeah, bro. Caleb is trash, bro.
I don't know about that one now.
Bro, he's trash.
Hey.
You can't play in the league for 4 years, have one good one, and then you want me to stamp you as good. Nigga, every trash can get a steak. Every dumpster at the end of the night, you go behind any of your favorite famous restaurants, Benihana's, nigga, it's some steak in that trash can in the back at nighttime. So them people go home and wash the dishes and shit. It's plenty of steak in the trash can, my nigga. I know. I used to work at Texas Day Brazil, dog. That's a 5-star restaurant, bro. It was all type of steaks and lamb chops and all type of fire shit in the trash can in the back behind that motherfucker.
But it started out good though.
Well, yeah.
Man, I don't care what you start out as. Like Like
One
the
thing
example
for
what got me
certain,
banned on AFN, right? Cause the goofy chick wouldn't let me finish, right?
mhm.
It's like you going and being a bop everywhere else you been, and then you come here and expect me to take you serious and put a ring on it. No, bitch, you've been giving them yams away to every nigga in the city for $1. But now I'm supposed to spend $20 on you or $20,000 on you and get you a ring.
Hey, but look though, one thing for certain though, winning would change the perception of you in a minute, in a heartbeat. So if he comes in next year, you still won't give it to him?
Who?
Caleb.
Man, he's
If
incapable of winning, dog.
You see how far he got this year. So if he comes in next season and does the same thing or go even further, you still won't give him his jams?
Bro, he's incapable of winning.
That's not what I asked. I asked, are you still gonna stand the same if he comes in and plays as well as he did last season? You still gonna say he's trash?
Yes, bro, because he's fucking trash.
Is that
I don't think he played well this season. They just had a shit ton of help.
That's the whole point, though. That's why it's a team.
Listen what I mean. When I say help, I mean like bullshit calls, i.e., like the Saxonville year that they lost to the Patriots on 2 ghostly pass interference calls that wasn't pass interference, but the refs helped them out. Like, no, dog. Like,
that happened with every team last season though. Everybody won games.
If the ref gotta come in and help you out, you're not good.
Feel free to come in and speak your piece. Tonight's conversation started on how does everybody feel that Ian Cunningham has been doing thus far in the offseason, and then now about whatever came in here and just turned it into a whole quarterback controversy.
I don't like the Tua Tagovailoa pick, and that goes back to the reference that I just made. Bitch, you was hurt everywhere you've been, and now you come here and expect me to you're not gonna get hurt. That's like being a bop.
Hurt last year,
bro. That's like being a bop for 10 years
last year. When
bro,
he got hurt in
how many years Tua Tagovailoa been in the league? So we just gonna cut straight through the bullshit now, up front. How long you been in the league?
2018.
What year is this?
2026.
All right. All of them except last year he been hurt.
2022 and 2024, the only 2 years Tua was hurt.
All right. Like I said, all of them except last year he been hurt. So again, the point that I just made, that's like being a bop from 16 to 29, and then you come to me at 30 and want me to put a ring on it.
But here's the thing about the Tua.
Years of being hurt everywhere.
Here's the thing about the Tua situation. Everybody knows, who's been paying attention to the free agency knows that Tua is here as a bridge. It's to get us to 2027. That's it. He was the cheapest option.
That's it.
And solid play from a quarterback that we could bring in without paying a whole bunch of money as a bridge and still put together a solid season. We're not putting in faith and Tua to say, hey, he gonna take us to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, my prediction is that neither one of those left-handed quarterbacks will be starting for Kevin Stefanski in 2027.
I agree.
Neither one of them.
I agree.
Hey, listen, right? That shit sounds stupid, Joe. I'm gonna just call it what it is.
No, I'm gonna tell you what sounds stupid is you saying that Arch Manning is the best and the only quarterback coming out next year. This quarterback class coming out in 2027 has been bantered as an elite quarterback class for 2 years now, and it ain't because of the Manning kid by himself. It's because there are 4 or 5 blue chip. Hold on, fam. Hold on. You don't like for people to cut you off. It's because there are 4 or 5 blue chip quarterbacks coming out in that class. Now, we all have our opinions. So, in my opinion, Arch Manning is the 3rd best quarterback in that class, behind Rayola, and behind, I don't like Sam, but I'm going to tell you, he definitely ain't better than Dante Moore. He definitely ain't. Dante Moore would have been the second quarterback coming out this year and might have rivaled the kid coming out of Indiana, but he had a hell of a stretch going to the national championship victory. But yeah, when it comes to quarterbacks next year, it's a ludicrous statement to say that he's the only one coming out when he couldn't beat out the kid that's a backup quarterback in Miami right now for the starting job at Texas. If he was all that, normally when a quarterback is all that, he's starting as a freshman. Arch Manning couldn't even get on the field. So miss me with all that, fam.
All right. Now again, I'm and the guy who was just talking,
Red Swan, baby.
I want you to answer this.
Red Swan, baby.
Last time USC, Oregon,
Sam Darnold, who just won a Super Bowl.
Hey, bro, you asked me not to cut you off. Now here you go.
Well, you made that statement earlier, and I put it in the chat.
You just asked me 2 minutes ago to not cut you off. I let you get your shit off, right?
Respect. I got you. I got you. Respect, fam.
Nah, I'm just wondering because you smuggled in a lot of BS in there because they also said Jamarcus Russell was going to be a good quarterback. And
we going that far back?
No, where is he at?
Let's stay on topic.
We going back 20 years?
No. I'm just using that in reference to a statement that you made.
Wow, 20 years?
No. You made a statement about how this class is supposed to be the best class, and Jamarcus Russell was supposed to be the best quarterback in that class. And what happened to Jamarcus Russell? So that point that you made is null and void.
How about just go back 4 years and argue with me when Bryce Young came out?
Well,
but you ain't got to go 20 years back. But listen,
I just gave you a point, and you can't disprove it. So now you're trying to move the goalposts. So let me.
How did the other quarterbacks fare in that draft from DeMarcus?
Hold on, wait, what?
I don't even remember that far back. I'm old, man. I can't remember that far back.
I mean, he went there, so I'm just asking
you feel me, Cowboy? I can't remember that far back.
I'm asking how did the other quarterbacks that came out in that class, how did they go?
Vince Young had a solid career. But that's besides the point. The point that I'm making is, when's the last time a USC or Oregon or what's the other school that you named?
Ohio State.
It don't matter. Because they
and if I'm not mistaken, did Jamarcus Russell come out of either one of those schools? You all over the place, fam. But listen, Sam Darnold came out of USC. He just won the last Super Bowl. Bro, I'm on your ass, man. Sam Darnold just came out of USC and he won the last Super Bowl.
Anywho,
you gonna have to get some better questions, fam.
Before I was so rudely interrupted,
coming out of Ohio State.
So rudely,
like, come on, bro.
I would just like to know when the last time a USC or Oregon or the other team or Ohio State quarterback came in the NFL and was actually good. Don't give me no bullshit about a motherfucker who went and was a backup for 4 years and he was a backup for
he answering your question, big dog.
He was a backup over here for another year because that ain't good.
Georgia Texas boy threw about 3 days out there now. Let me get it in.
And listen,
NFC Championship, CJ Stroud from Houston.
Yeah. And whether you like Sam Darnold or not, he has thrown for more yards the last 2 years than any other quarterback in the NFL.
Bro, if you can't throw the ball in today's NFL, you're trash.
Maybe he can't hear me.
If you can't throw the ball in today's NFL, where all the rules is stacked for you, then you don't belong to the fucking NFL.
Let me ask you a question.
You want to tell me something about Sam Darnold? Ain't this the nigga 3 years ago was talking about I fucking see ghosts?
Let me ask you a question.
Same motherfucker that lost his fucking job 5 times out of the 6.
It looked like they got him some Visine because he definitely can see Jackson Smith and Jigba.
You can see that Lombardi.
Yes, he can.
He saw ghosts because he was in the house with ghosts in it.
Y'all hyping up this Sam Darnold. Ain't this the same nigga who been in the league 6 years and been
Bruh.
benched?
Ain't this the
Man, that
same?
I'm
shit
not
got a
hyping
Super
him.
Bowl
I'm
ring,
not
man.
hyping him. I'm
Isn't
not
Sam
hyping him.
Darnold
I'm
the
just
same
giving you
quarterback
him
that
as
went
an
to the
example
NFC
to
Championship
refute
You
what you
last
hyped
2
him.
said.
years?
You hyped him. What you talking about?
Isn't
You used him as an example to
Sam
make a point,
isn't
and
Sam
the
isn't
point that I
Sam
made
Darnold
debunked
the
it.
same
What was he
quarterback
supposed to
who's
do
been
with
to the
Sam Darnold's
NFC
name?
Championship the last 2 years?
Hey, let
Yeah.
me ask you a question then. Where,
Exactly.
where would you suggest that somebody get a good quarterback from this year or next year then? Since you don't like USC, Oregon, or any of the other
Ohio
schools,
State.
Ohio State, where would you suggest they get a quarterback from and not a player from?
Honestly, to me personally, the what was the SEC Southeastern Conference, baby?
You
The
need a name with that.
SEC is the NFL of college.
So tell me which quarterback is coming
Yeah.
out of the SEC besides Arch Manning next year that's going to be all world. And hold
So
on.
if that's the case,
And
then
hold
For
on,
tell
me,
but
me
let
it's
me
why the
ask,
last
Archer
two
let me
Butts.
national championships since
yeah,
Georgia
Georgia
not
Texas boy, I wanted to
SEC.
turn the tables on him and ask him when was the last time super quarterback that came out of an SEC school?
Jalen.
Who? I was just finna say
Jalen
the
Daniels.
one for LSU, Joe Burrow. Like, nigga, this list ain't and they
And if that's the
actually
case,
did good
you
and
better use
won.
that same thing you said about Tua about Joe Burrow. He done been hurt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's more documented than Tua history.
Is you crazy?
Listen.
No, let me ask you a question. Did
Bro,
Tua miss any hold
Tua
on.
is one
Hold
breath
on.
on his neck away from being
No,
out the fucking NFL.
no,
Can
I'm
you
not
say that about
crazy.
Joe Burrow?
No, I'm not crazy. But let me ask you, did Tua miss any time to injury the last 2 seasons?
Nope.
Guess who
I
did
ain't
though? Guess who did though?
look. If I answer that question, I'll just be shooting off the hip. So
Capo already answered it for you.
was you asking me or asking him?
Well, I just wanted to answer, but you don't have the answer, so he answered it for you. It's quite simple. He didn't miss any time the last 2 seasons, but Joe
And
Burrow
what did he
did.
do?
But Joe Burrow did.
Okay. When you're good, you can do that. When you produce
Oh,
results, you can do that.
when you're good, you can afford to not be on the field and help your team.
The best ability is availability for you
Yes.
say.
Point blank, period. Georgia,
Hold on.
Texas, boy.
Hold on. Look, and Georgia, Texas ball, I definitely agree with that. But now we're gonna put some context on this because what's the hardest division in the NFL?
Oh, they ain't got nothing to do with the question. You
No, what
can't
the
help your
fuck you
team if
mean
you're on
that
the
don't
injured
got no?
reserve
Whoa,
list.
whoa,
That
whoa,
ain't got
whoa,
nothing
whoa,
to do
whoa,
with
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa. What you mean that don't got nothing to do with
You
it?
can't help your team if you're on the IR list.
Listen, when you play in the AFC North, every court, and I only know this because I live in Pittsburgh, bro.
I thought we was talking about injuries.
Listen, what I'm saying. When you play in the AFC North, everybody up there gets hurt.
I thought we was talking about injuries.
If you all right, you gonna listen? Now,
No, I'm gonna tell
again,
you because you're not making a lot of sense. You need to be
again,
educated.
You moving
everybody
the
in the
goalposts, bro.
AFC North gets hurt, bro.
What's that
Deshaun
got to do with
Watson,
anything?
Aaron Rodgers, what? Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, and the other nobody.
So by your logic, the teams in
Now,
the AFC North shouldn't draft quarterbacks. They should just draft at a middle of the road quarterbacks and get a bunch of them because it's a foregone fact that all the quarterbacks are gonna get injured.
whoa. Did at any point in time, help me out up here on this panel, did I say that they shouldn't
Don't
draft
ask for no help.
quarterbacks in the
Don't ask
AFC
for
North?
no help.
No, I'm asking because I want to make sure that I ain't crazy.
Who is
At
this I'm
any
talking to,
point
Well,
in
he
man?
was
time,
trying. He was trying to see what the solution would
I
be
like going
at,
back and
for
forth with
that.
him. Who is this I'm talking to,
at
man?
this
About with us.
soldier motherfucking G.
What's up,
Soldier
G?
That's
What
boy.
what my
up, G?
name is, bro.
This Red Swan. What's up, G?
What's up, folks?
All right, y'all.
No, Swarm tough though, boy. Hey, look, you bet might have ran into a pool shark there about whatever.
Yeah, I love it, 3 Dirty. You know, I've been waiting to get some of this good Falcon talk, man. But y'all, I wanted to say this real quick. I joined the show very late, man. I don't expect for us to do much in this draft in the way of name players, and I'm not getting attached to nobody at none of the places that we're set to pick at. So I'm staying away from like Tankathon and all that stuff who show us who's available at 58. Because Ian, if it's anything that I picked up from what he was putting down, it is that he inherited 5 picks. And his first year in Chicago, they had 5 picks, they turned them into 10. Bruh, he gonna move back every time somebody wanna move up.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna try to accumulate picks, man. He already playing the comp game, like you said, Cowboy, for next year. He ain't trying to bring in no big name free agents in here to mess up them 3 comp picks we set to get right now.
Listen, and I agree with that, but the difference
because our position of needs is deep in this draft.
Yeah.
The
And
difference
we really ain't got to in the NFC South. We can still win this division, man. We ain't got to in the NFC South.
Whoa. I'm a fucking Falcon fan. I bet 30 grand on these motherfuckers every year. Bro, we ain't got a fucking snowball chance in hell to win this fucking division this year. Hear me out. The only way I give us a way to be half-ass competent is if Penix is there. If Tua is taking any starts in the fucking regular season, bro, 5 games max.
Hey, can one of y'all send run the link? I done posted it on the screen.
Man, I hear you. I hear you, soldier. This is my thing, though. I mean, I hear you. I picked us to be last this year. Be honest with you, and the main reason why, between us and Tampa, I think Tampa gonna take a step back. As much as it pains my heart to see it, y'all know I can't stand the motherfucking Panthers, but they probably will come in first or second. And the other thing that we all hate is the Saints, and they might take a step forward, man. Yeah. So we could be in 3rd place or 4th place, but the only reason I say that, soldier, is this. When this division consistently is won by 8, 9, or 7 games, anybody can win it, man. Anybody can win it.
But you really gambling like that on Tua?
I'm gambling on Bijan and a number 2 and a number 3 receiver to go along with Drake London. That's who I'm gambling on.
Bro, whoa. The number 2 and the number 3 and the number 1 receiver got to get the ball from a quarterback.
Well, you might not want to hear this. You might not want to hear this, but I'd rather take my chances with Tua in this division than I would with Penix at this stage of Penix development.
No. Bro.
Yeah, he doesn't throw the ball in the middle of the field. He takes away half of the throwing lanes for a quarterback by himself.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if we go out this motherfucker and we start Tua for 8 games, bro, we're going fucking 1-6. I mean,
and I'm not so sure that Penix going as much as I think the plan is to let him see what we got in him before they draft a quarterback in 27. This might be a shocker, but I'm gonna tell y'all something, Cowboy and Georgia Texas boy and 3 Dirty. I'm not so sure that Penix gonna get on the field, because if Tua get out there and run up 4 or 5 wins, they ain't gonna pull him out the hot hand. They not.
What did I say earlier?
We said that earlier.
A winning record. If we at week 8 and we are 7-0, 6-1, 5-2, 4-3.
Yeah,
4-3. It's a possibility. I might.
4-3 is a possibility. Yeah,
but any of them other winning totals, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to watch. You're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to be ready next year for 2027. At that point there.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Penix behind Tua and have him watch that boy. He's gonna bro. It's like this for me, right? You got 2 of the same car. Both of them broke down at 100,000 miles. You got to tow one.
They
you
ain't that
gotta drop
bad,
a motor
soldier.
in the
They ain't
other
that
one.
bad, soldier. They ain't that bad, man.
Bro, you gotta drop a motor in the other one, which would be Penix, and the other one need towed because the bitch don't move.
One
You
thing
have the
for sure.
same exact player,
Michael Penix
bro.
coming
They're
here
both
and do what he
injury
needs to
prone
do.
as hell, bro.
I like
They're
this
both
brother, man.
injury prone as fuck.
Yeah,
That's
one
why I
That
thing.
boy, he
say
say
it's a
two toe up
win-win for
ass
the Falcons.
$100,000 car.
Because if Michael Penix come in here and do his thing, then we
Yeah,
set. And,
yeah,
Yep,
and if not, you got a solid backup.
Who is
yep.
the
And
solid backup?
Tua.
Tua,
No. What I would
44 and
do,
32.
what I would
44
do
and
this
32.
year,
He got a winning record.
man. What I would do this year, I would spend that fourth or that fifth round pick, and I would go and draft me a quarterback.
Nope. That's crazy.
no, not this year.
In this
Not this
draft,
year at all.
Not this
No.
year.
Listen, because it's got to be an improvement. You got two niggas who always fucking hurt. You're gonna
And
need a
Tua got
quarterback.
and
That's why
you
At
Tua
got
was
some
brought
one
back
point in
this
they said
year.
he
time
got a
this
winning
year,
record, and in the last 3 years, he led the league in either yards or passer rating or QB rating.
Yeah, yeah,
and it's risky anytime you start a rookie quarterback in the NFL, man. So to say you could get somebody in the draft in the fourth or fifth round, and he gonna be potentially better than Tua or Penix, I can't rock
listen,
with you on that,
listen.
Kyle.
Hold,
I
let
can't
me
rock with
finish
you on
though.
that one, soldier.
We're only gonna use him for this year. So if he go out that motherfucker and puts up Tua like numbers and end up 2-5, what the fuck did you expect from a fifth round quarterback anyways? And you're gonna draft high with that record because
So
if
you're
you
Who's
saying
pull
drafting
you're
in the
him,
saying
fifth
hold on,
tank.
round?
let me finish.
It
Let me
sounds like
finish.
you're saying
So,
tank.
no, I'm
yeah.
not. Listen to the logic. Let me get it all out and then rebut it. I would take that fourth or fifth round pick. I would draft me a quarterback. It doesn't matter if he fucking succeeds or fails because it's better being that he's gonna be available. He's not an injury case. At some point in time, if he goes 2-5 in the first 7, you put 2 out there, he's only gonna play 2 fucking games before he gets hurt, and then Michael Penix will either be ready or close to ready, and if he can't go, then you put the young guy out there again. It's gonna be the same fucking record that you would get with Tua anyways, and you would get a better draft, like a
So,
better position to draft
so
the
basically,
quarterback you
and
want
what you're
in
saying
27.
is you. So basically, in what you're saying is in 2026, you're already writing off both quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
and that's right. I mean, because one or both of these guys is on borrowed time. This season here, like I said earlier, it's just a matter of getting we usually
Getting through the
utilize
season.
that
I
bridge.
agree,
Right?
Georgia Pride.
We going to the 2027 to get a quarterback. That's
Yep.
going to be Stefanski's guy. Whether he
Yep.
gets out of the draft, that number 2 guy, I don't think neither one of these guys going to be here for the number 2 spot. I think Stefanski is going to handpick that guy. And it may be somebody he's already been quarterback, coaching rather. But I don't think Penix or Tua are going to be here. But
Yeah, because they are cleaning up the roster from what it was before, man. So
Yeah,
I agree with you on that, Cowboy.
if
yeah.
we keep Penix, because this is last year on that rookie deal, right?
No,
No, no.
He got 2
Uh-uh.
more years.
He got 2 more years. Oh, see,
Yeah.
done. We ain't got no ties to him, so we're not losing nothing. So, like
Yeah.
I said, one or both of these guys are playing for that number 2 spot, but neither one of them going to be here next year.
But
But that's
I got,
we also
I
gonna
got a
sit
question
here
about a
and
fourth
say,
round quarterback.
he's going to come
but we
in.
also gonna sit here and say that we had a bad coaching staff last year. Then we at least got to give Michael Penix the opportunities to show that he can play in the league.
His
No,
opportunity is now. His window
because
is.
he's a injury case. He's a Marcus Mariota.
And Georgia Texas boy,
Full time
let me tell you,
They're
let me tell
always
you,
hurt any fucking ways.
Texas boy, let me tell you why I initially I agreed with what you said. Well, he's a number 8 pick. He's a first round pick, a high pick in the first round, and they owe it to him and to themselves to see what they have in him. But here's the carnal rule that goes along with that. He ain't their guy. They don't
Right.
owe him nothing. They don't
I
owe him
agree.
nothing.
And that's why I feel like you bring in a quarterback like Tua, because if you ready, like you say you gonna be ready, you should be Tua.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
if you
absolutely.
can't beat Tua,
Absolutely.
I'm cutting you.
Right.
If you
That
can't beat Tua,
and that's
you're
why I
cut.
say it's a win-win for the Falcons, because if either quarterback don't show that they the quarterback for this team, we can move on next year and let
That's
Michael
right.
Penix walk
That's
off with his
right.
4th-year
But
deal.
Ding, ding,
Georgia
ding,
Texas
ding,
boy,
ding.
how high of a bar is that to beat out Tua? Nigga, I ain't throw the football
No,
since
but
Westlake High, and I can go out there and beat out Tua, and I smoke a
Listen.
pack of cigarettes a
If we
day
being
right now.
realistic, listen. If we being realistic, Tua being a
I am.
veteran, if Tua being a veteran quarterback, 44 and 32, already know how to play in the NFL, that's a solid competition for a quarterback who we all sitting here is saying had a bad coaching staff when he did get the 1 year to start prior to getting hurt.
How much is a 4th-round quarterback will cost you in the draft? How much would his contract potentially be?
Oh, $1 million. $1 million.
This
Probably like
Fourth
2 or 3
round
million
pick.
over
cheaper than
4
what you're
years.
paying Tua, and he probably get better production.
300,000, bro. 300,000. I'll pay the 300,000 on that experience and that seniority in the NFL for one season.
Okay, so you rather waste the draft pick on a quarterback instead of building this team, and you can get a quarterback next year. You got 2 quarterbacks. If you gonna get a rookie, if we gonna sit here and say we gonna go get a rookie quarterback, we already got a rookie quarterback in Michael
And
Penix.
and let's put some names to it, Texas boy. Let's put some names to it, Georgia, Texas boy. We
Yeah,
know who coming out in the draft.
Before we get that,
Who?
before we
You
get that,
got you
Yeah.
got you got
get that.
you got Arch Manning coming out of Texas. You got Nico coming out of UCLA. You got
No, I'm talking about. I'm
no,
talking
this
about this
season.
year. I'm talking about this year that they
This
talking about
season.
getting somebody in the fourth
okay.
round in.
This year they looking at Carson Beck, Garrett Nussmeier, Drew Aller.
I
I'll
like
take
Taylor
that.
Green myself.
I'll take
Now,
that.
okay, now listen.
Yeah.
Looking at this roster, y'all really think Kevin Stefanski took this job to say, shit, I don't think I can't come in here and win this division. I'm just going to sit down in 2026, but in 2027, I'm ready. No, he
No,
looked at this
sir.
roster like, shit, if I get the right system and the right people aligned, we can do something in the
And,
NFC
and,
South.
and
This
Georgia,
shit was
Texas
won with
boy.
an 8-9 record. Think about
Georgia,
it.
Texas boy. Beyond just Kevin Stefanski's mindset, is that Matt Ryan jersey I see behind you back there, Cowboy?
Oh, for sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So who up here don't know our organization and our former MVP quarterback well enough to know? Does that even sound like Matt Ryan to have a throwaway season?
Come on now.
Nah, he too competitive.
That
He
ain't
too competitive.
happening.
Yeah. And look,
You could be
and
as
this is
competitive as
we
you want to
been
be.
talking about. We should have been talking about going to the draft to grab a quarterback. We keep forgetting Cleveland still has one of Stefanski's quarterback up there, and nobody's talking about this guy. And this guy actually operates in that system better than Shador. Dorian Thomas operates that system better than Shador does, and that's Kevin Stefanski's guy.
I think he left at the trade deadline last year, if I ain't mistaken, Cowboy.
Yeah.
Dorian Thompson Robinson, who played at
Yeah,
UCLA.
DTR.
And that's another thing about Kevin Stefanski that nobody talk about. Yeah, everybody say he had 13 different quarterbacks, but think about the experience he had working with 13 different quarterbacks.
Oh yeah.
Think about what he doing now. I'm coming into 2026. I ain't got to change my offense for nobody.
Oh, I like this staff, man. And matter of fact, I love this staff.
One of y'all got to work. And then, like, people say, oh, man, well, Penix can't do this and Penix can't do that. We don't know what he doing in the offseason, and they brought in a coaching staff to teach and develop.
Bro, that's like going in the gas station and buying every lottery ticket and saying one of them got to work. I got to win on one of them. Of course,
Gotta
we
have
ain't got
faith
win on
somehow,
one of them.
right?
We bought all of them.
I do it all the time.
Give me the whole roll. I
How
know
many
the
times?
one.
How many times you now keep it funky? How many times you actually won something worth winning and not breaking even? I ain't
Oh, it's a
talking
hell
about
of a
what you
risk now.
spent.
It's a hell of a risk.
It's a risk now. Now you talking risk, reward for the risk now.
No, whoa. That ain't the question I asked. I said, how many times did you do that and you actually won? And when I mean won, I don't mean I spent $1,000 buying all of them and all I
Oh,
hit
you'll
for
have to
was
ask Free Dirt. I don't
$1,000.
never have enough money to get the whole roll. I just heard it's a smart thing to do when
But
you can.
you got to think about it. All these coaching hires is a risk. And then if we gonna be honest, Matt Ryan was going after an experienced head coach. The only new coaches we looked at was the ones on the Seattle Seahawks staff. Every other
Yep.
coach we brought in was a former head coach.
Yep.
Now look, I'm one of these guys. I'm not sold on Kevin Stefanski. I am not. But because of the people that he has surrounded himself with, I'm bought. I'm sold in. Because I'm like, it's not like when Raheem Morris was here. Raheem Morris, if he ran into a problem, he had absolutely nobody on his coaching staff that he could turn and say, hey man, I need some help. What do you think? There was nobody there.
Well, just Jared Gray, but that was on the defensive side of the ball. So
And Matt Ryan said in the beginning, I'm gonna be a run first play action team. Before we even hire anybody, Matt Ryan said the vision of this team is going to be a run first offense. Out of all these coaches we hired, Stefanski fit that mode of being a run first offense, heavy play action.
Mm-hmm.
Two tight end set, yeah.
Come out and we already got the weapons. It ain't like we got to go out and build a brand new offense. We already got the weapons set to run this man's offense. We just need efficient quarterback play. We don't even need Mike to be Mike of last year. We don't need to be Tua of Miami. We need them to come in to be an efficient quarterback in this system.
And I actually like the addition of Jahan Dotson. That's all I got to say on that, y'all.
But that's a solid number 2.
But
yeah,
Matt, I ain't sold on Stefanski.
Ron Thomas came in the building.
What's going on,
what up, Ron? What's up, Ron?
What's happening? What's happening, Ron?
The difference between this year and last year coaching matter. Our coaching staff was ass last year.
Yeah, it was.
Sure. All the way.
And I got sick of seeing Raheem smiling ass all the time, man.
Yeah, y'all heard me say this.
Man, let Raheem smile.
Y'all met me. He started in the front office.
Yeah.
Arthur Blank should never gave Raheem Morris the head coaching job.
Right.
I'm not finna hire my best friend or one of my friends, and I know he don't got no good coaching experience.
I think he looked at Raheem like a son, man, and that's a bad mistake.
Right. Yeah, bad mistake.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. That's
So
exactly what he did.
If you look at that, Raheem brought in first year OC and first year defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And a first year quarterback's coach.
Right. Bring in some people that got experience for the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where we fucked up at.
Yeah.
I ain't trusting Stefanski either with his experience.
But
I watched him coach in the AFC North.
But one, he got to the playoffs twice.
Yeah.
Who?
In the North.
Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
Bro,
I ain't banking on that part.
You've been talking. I've been wanting to get on here just for you. You've been talking, but you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, shit.
My nigga, I live
Let
in
me go
Pittsburgh,
on mute.
bro.
I don't care where you live at, player.
I watch AFC North football. I bet on it.
But he got
I bet on it
twice.
All right, you know why he got to the playoffs twice in Cleveland?
He must be doing something.
No. I asked you a yes or no question, sir. Do you know how he got to the playoffs twice in Cleveland? Yes or no?
I don't care how he got there. He got there.
All right. So I'm gonna give you the facts since you was honest and you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
The fact
Since
is,
you was
the man
since you
got
was
there. Give that
since you
man
was
his props.
since
Give
you was
him his
honest,
props.
since you was honest and admitted that you don't know what the fuck you talking about, I'm gonna tell you.
I've been watching football. I've been doing this for 15 years. I got my own show. Talk Your Ish. So I be on other people's shows. I test. I've been on Smith & Smith podcast.
All right, that's cool.
So I've been doing this for 15 years. You've been on here for 2 hours and you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Well, that's a lie, sir. I'm just going on correct the lie right now because I ain't been up here no 2 hours. In fact, my timer said I only been up here 30 minutes.
Yeah, the way you've been talking, it seems like 2 hours.
I only been up here 30 minutes. So again,
Ron, say you've been talking so much noise, it sounds like it's been 2 hours.
I'm just going to correct the lie.
When you do your research, give that man his props. If you can make it to the playoffs in the AFC North, then you doing something.
No, you're not.
One thing for certain.
Since you was honest and admitted that you didn't know what the fuck you was talking about, let me give you the facts.
How many
let me ask one question. Do facts matter or they don't?
Yes, it matters.
Okay. All right. So let me give you the facts, sir. Let me give you the facts.
Hold on now, one at a time.
Let me just give you the facts, and then you can refute them.
Let him give him his facts, bro.
Let me give you the facts, and then refute them.
Okay.
Let's hear the facts.
Joe Burrow, the best quarterback in that division, got hurt. Pittsburgh and they quarterback carousel with Russell Wilson and Duck Hodges before that, a nobody. They did nothing. Cleveland on that 50-year fucking quarterback carousel did nothing. It's essentially battle of the fucking bums. Somebody got to win it. If everybody finish in the damn division 0-15, 0-15, 0-15, and you win one fucking game, that don't mean that you're good, my dog. You just made the playoffs because somebody had to win the fucking division, and you had the better record.
All I just saying, the man.
But that's still agreeing with the point he said. They went to the playoffs. It don't matter how you got there. They still went to the playoffs.
I don't care how you get there. You got the job done.
And check this out, Ron. Check this out why I like Kevin Stefanski in the NFC South. So Soldier, you just got done saying he won a horrible division 2 times, right? And got coach of the year 2 times, right? In a horrible division. Guess what he just came to?
Division. It was a matter of circumstance how
what
he
is
won
considered the worst division in the NFL. That's what he just came to. I like the hire.
Me too.
I didn't say that that's the worst division. I said, honestly, the AFC North, and anybody who's watched football for the past 15 plus 20 plus 30 plus years know the AFC North is the best division in the NFL. But
so for him to make the playoffs twice and get coach of the year, that ain't a plus?
But no, it's not, because when the teams who were supposed to be the good teams, when they lose their quarterbacks and you beating up on quarterback
he lost his quarterback.
Right.
In 2023, right. In 2023, he had 5 quarterbacks and he ended up going to the playoffs with Joe Flacco.
Right, give that man his props.
Again, like I was saying, you went in there and you beat a Joe Burrow-less Bengals. Do you get props for that? Now, if Joe Burrow was there and you beat Joe Burrow, then I give you all the props in the world.
Watson. Should teams get props for beating him these last 2 years without the Deshaun Watson?
If you go up there and you beat motherfucking Aaron Rodgers when he's competent, or Russell Wilson when he's competent, I'll give you props for that. But you can't come in this motherfucker beating up no motherfucking what the fuck is the nigga name? Duck Hodges. You know who he is? That's that's the nephew of the dude that be on Duck Dynasty. He ain't no
So
fucking
can
good.
you say the same thing for Kevin Stefanski because he didn't have his starting quarterback?
You
I don't
beat
care.
up on nobodies.
Wait a
Like
minute.
if you go to the rec center and you play against kindergartners and you beat the hell out of them, do you really get props for that? And then I'm gonna say, oh man, well, we would judge it accordingly. Like, yo, bro, you beat up on fucking kindergartners, bro. You're supposed
let me say
to do
this.
that.
I don't care how you get to the big dance, as long as you got there.
Oh, it matters how you got there.
It don't matter because
we watched the New York Giants come in as a wild card and beat the best team that people said in the NFL.
But what I'm saying, when you get to the playoffs, everybody start all the way back over again to get to the Super Bowl. Yes or no?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, so it don't even matter who the quarterback. No, you get your team to the next dance, right?
No, it matters.
How it matters if you winning the game?
It matters.
Did we not watch the wild card New York Giants beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl?
Right, twice.
Yes, we've seen Pittsburgh do it. There ain't but a few teams who's been wild cards and went and won the Super Bowl. But it actually matters how you compile those wins. If you played the fucking Carolina Panthers 17 times and you beat the shit out of them every fucking time, and then you get to the Super Bowl, I'm not giving you no fucking props for that, nigga. You beat the
But
Carolina
they didn't do that though. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. They didn't do that though. They got in as a wild card and still went to the Super Bowl.
Right. I don't care how you get to the dance, as long as you get there. The man.
If that's the case, the Panthers should have went to the playoffs, but they won the division with a 8-9 record. What are you saying?
Listen, and my standard is the same exact thing for the Patriots, my nigga. See, that's the difference between me. I don't screw my friend. I don't pull niggas like everybody be running around hollering about Brady the GOAT shit. Like, nigga, how the fuck you the GOAT when all of your Super Bowls came with cheating allegations? Like, hold up, bro. But so you're sitting here telling me and making a case for Brady being the GOAT. How?
No,
nigga,
I never said that. All I said was when the New York Giants was a 9-7 wild card, they beat the 17-0 New England Patriots. Nobody said nothing about Tom Brady being the GOAT.
I'm just applying your logic that you're using. I'm just applying
that ain't the logic. I'm telling you the logic that I'm using.
Look,
the New York Giants was a wild card.
Well, it don't matter.
They didn't win their division. They was a wild card. They was 8-9 one year, and 1 year they was 9-7, and they went in as a wild card and made it to the Super Bowl. That's my logic. My logic has nothing to do with Tom Brady being the GOAT. All I said was that season they beat the best team, because wasn't that season the Patriots 17-0 going into the Super Bowl?
I wouldn't say that they was the best team that year, because when you look at their divisional play, they played the weak ass Miami Dolphins.
It don't matter. It don't matter who they play. It don't matter.
Weak ass New York
It don't
Jets.
matter.
My nigga,
they was undefeated.
You're supposed to beat all of those guys. Thank you for making my point. If you can't win that fucking division, then you're super fucking trash.
Well, let me
outside of the NFC South, that division is probably the next weakest division there is. So it's any given day in that division.
Right.
Now, number two, Stefanski had some help up there. You know, barring how their record turned out, he had some players up there. They were good enough to win the playoffs, just like we are good enough to win the NFC South. They are built. I mean, it's the same situation. So I'm not saying that Stefanski is that guy, that playoff coach. I'm not saying that. Like I said, he has some players to get him there. But my whole thing about Stefanski is his character. That's just, and you guys can think about this how you want it, right? But it's the character of it. You know, we saw the situation that just happened up there with Shador. We saw that. We saw it play out. The media saw it. We as fans, we saw it. You know, if we see it, they know what's going on. But the thing is how you treat people. And I don't know how many of you guys saw when Matt Ryan was walking Stefanski through the facility, right? It looked like a facade. It was a show for Stefanski. When he walked through every room he went into, he goes in there and he says, "This is exact words. Hey, how y'all doing? I love y'all. How y'all doing? I love y'all. I love you. I love you." You don't know these people. So how can you go there and say, "Hey, I love you"? If he had went in there and said, "Hey, I love what you guys are doing. I can't wait to come on board and work with you guys," he didn't say that.
What?
But it's like he was being told what to say.
What?
Cowboy, what was the character? What was the character issue that he had in Cleveland, and specifically, you mentioned Shador. What was the issue there?
Right. My thing about that Shador Sanders situation was, if you're gonna let your reputation, your name as a head coach, you got to make all the right decisions, right? And bar none. Now you did go in there and you did draft Dylan Gabriel. That's your guy, but you are the head coach. You know what's going to work best for your system. You know who's been performing best at your system. You picked the right person to run your team, and it was not Dylan Gabriel. That was shown early.
I don't know that people had enough insight. The Cabot lady who covers the Cleveland Browns sports as their beat writer, Marianne Cabot.
I know who you're talking about.
I followed her. I started listening to Cleveland people once we brought Stefanski in. Mm-hmm. I don't think that there was that much of an issue within the locker room with Shador and Dylan Gabriel as people on the outside made it, and that was a setup from the beginning by drafting Shador. I think that's why teams stayed away from him, because they knew it was going to be a circus. And I don't know that Shador went into camp and was outperforming Dylan Gabriel well enough to say he should have been the day one starter. But what I do know is they gave both of the kids an opportunity to play their rookie year.
And Kevin Stefanski worked with both rookies one-on-one off the field.
Here's the thing too. Yes, both of them got the opportunity, but it was not the fair opportunity. Now, since you brought up that girl, that reporter, she did a interview. That whole interview, she spent defending this man's character. Now, there's nothing wrong with your character. Nobody will have to talk that extensively about you.
Right.
Diana Rossini did it too. Diana Rossini did it, and so did I can't never pronounce her name.
Did it too.
Didi Kikabwala. And I'm gonna tell you, I think why they did it is because they felt like he was being unfairly attacked. That's what people do when they lift up somebody.
That's what I mean.
That's what the fans in Cleveland was saying when they came on my block for a block party when they played Pittsburgh. Like, I literally live 2 minutes from Acrisure Stadium, bro. Like, I see the Steelers players all the time, bro. Like, everybody says this. It was so bad that even the fans, like it's a bar down the street, like literally behind my house, bro. I go on my back porch, you can see it. The whole damn city of Cleveland pulls up on that bus every time Cleveland comes and plays here. They said that it wasn't a problem with his character so much. It was that they felt like the players was they was mishandling the situation. Like, they wanted the fans in the city wanted to see Shador more, but I'm sticking with my guy. Like, he's my guy. Like, I'm betting my career on him pretty much.
That's the same situation that we just went through right here with Raheem.
I love it for Atlanta because I'm tired of head coaches going out there dancing on the practice field, dapping everybody up, running around, trying to be everybody's friend, smiling in their face. That shit don't win in the NFL. I'm tired of it. Yeah. If your ass ain't playing, get over there on the bench. That's what we need a quarterback to do. We don't need a head coach to play favorites just because somebody is a fan favorite. I don't need that. I don't need that.
I got capri pants going on sale. Buy one get 5 free too. So
Think about it. That's the same thing we went through the last 2
I hear you,
seasons.
Cowboy.
When Kirk Cousins went down, what was everybody saying? Michael Penix, Michael Penix, Michael Penix. The start of 2025, instead of having a quarterback competition, because the fans were screaming Michael Penix, Michael
They
Penix,
handed
Michael
him the
Penix.
job.
Come on now.
Listen, we got to put this in the context as well, because Cleveland is not a good franchise. It's not a good team. They don't have a good owner.
Exactly.
And they've been on the fucking quarterback carousel for 30 years. So if they come out this motherfucker
and the only time they quarterbacks have worked was when with Kevin Stefanski.
Cleveland come out that motherfucker and their quarterback can win them 6 games, they want to sign him to a lifetime contract.
Think about it. Prior to Kevin Stefanski going to Cleveland, they was ready to write Baker Mayfield off. When Kevin Stefanski got there, Baker Mayfield improved in every statistical stat across the board.
Yeah.
That's my point.
But check this out too. Check this out too. Y'all saw how we did our quarterbacks in preseason, right? Yeah. Everybody got their fair shot with the ones that were didn't get benched the way Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix, but everybody got their fair shot. Shadua didn't get his until later in the preseason.
Right.
Now, and they didn't play all of their quarterbacks.
Wait, Shadua played in the first preseason game, if I'm not mistaken, or the second one against the Panthers. Yes, he did.
Let me say this. How much?
Huh? Say much because it was against Carolina.
Wait a minute. How much?
But he's just saying that they didn't play him until later.
How much?
They didn't play him until later.
How much?
That man deserves a better shot than what he got. That's what I'm saying. And once
Cowboy got to take a call, man.
Yeah. Once the media circus started happening, you make the judgment call, right? You could have ended that. You brought that all on yourself.
Right.
You could have ended that hands down easily.
Okay.
No problem.
For you.
So if that's the case,
how much clout did he really have over there in Cleveland?
He the head coach.
No.
You already know how Cleveland rocked. The owner is deeply involved in Cleveland.
Well, I mean, we seen the Giants ex-head coach did not have that much clout when it came to Saquon Barkley.
Right.
So then what I'm saying, we don't know how much clout do the head coaches have.
But that's a different scenario, though. That's a different scenario.
The same scenario, if your owner, if your supervisor tell you, hey, mark that floor, and you tell him, hell no, you would get fired.
True.
Okay. So you gotta do what the owner tell you to do.
I understand that. But when you're looking for a quarterback, because they were looking for a quarterback, they already had a couple of running backs up there with the Giants. They could afford. I ain't gonna say they could afford to lose Saquon. They shouldn't have let him go. Yeah. But at the same time, Cleveland was looking for a quarterback, and they hired Stefanski to find him.
But
so if you're looking for your quarterback,
owner, have you seen it with Carolina too?
But they wasn't.
Carolina told
Stefanski came in there and fixed Baker until Baker started having all the off the field shit going on.
Carolina told Frank Wright the draft Bryce Young. Frank Wright did not want the draft Bryce Young. He wanted C.J. Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So the same thing with Cleveland.
The Cleveland owner wanted the Deshaun Watson.
Right.
Well, listen, and you see what happened too, right? You saw what happened to the head coaches that did that.
Right.
They bucked the system. Guess what? They got gone.
Right.
Even the general manager got gone.
Just look at Brian Flores in Miami. He didn't want Tua. Then he got fired.
Right. Yeah. So what I'm saying, we don't know how much clout do these head coaches have.
Yeah.
We don't.
I mean, they rolled with him with Baker Mayfield. So why not ride with him after post Baker Mayfield?
Hey, I read you, but
they did. They had you gotta remember the Deshaun Watson first season suspension, second season injury. Well, ain't been the same since.
Yeah.
After that, Cleveland was like, you know what? Cleveland drafted a quarterback every year.
Every year,
That's what I'm saying. We don't know how much clout these head coaches really have in the front office. If your owner tell you to do something and you say no, you to be gone and bring in somebody else.
I hear you on that. Yeah.
So the man I'm saying, I mean,
but the thing is though, because I'm not gonna say he was the general manager up there by no means.
what?
But the thing is, you brought in 2 quarterbacks, 3, and
13.
Huh?
13.
No, I mean, as far as that last season, that last season,
last season he had 5 quarterbacks going into the season.
Right.
But so the owner could have said, you know what, I want to get 5 quarterbacks on here, and he could have said, you know what, I just need 2.
Yeah.
Is the owner paying you your money, so you cannot say, "Nah, I'm playing weak."
Just like now, they saying that Cleveland think about bringing in a quarterback, whether it's a veteran or a draft pick.
Right.
Right.
They talking about bringing in Kirk Cousins over there.
I take the last 2 on the payroll over there. DTR or Shedeur Sanders. I take either one of them. I mean, bring them in. Bring them in.
So
I know Shedeur want his shot to be number 1, but very will be number 2. So
right. So
I think Shedeur is a good quarterback. My whole thing with the Shedeur thing, wherever team drafted Shedeur and they was trash, I felt like the whole Coach Prime coming to the NFL was gonna be too much to bear.
But he said he wasn't coming to the NFL.
Right.
But think about it though. Think about it. If a different team would have drafted Shedeur, think about if one of those franchises like the Giants or somebody would have drafted Shedeur. The Giants just went through what 2-3 head coaches within that span. You don't think that they can talk Dion? Let's make history.
Coach your boy up.
Come to the New York Giants and coach your son. Don't come to Cleveland.
The New York Giants news, they different up there.
Come on now.
I don't think he would have done
if any other team outside, because think about the teams that was looking at Shedeur, even us. If Shedeur would have came to Atlanta, people would have been ready to kick Raheem out the door.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If one of those franchises,
for a fucking bag of Cheetos in the,
but that's my point. If a different franchise would have took Shedeur, that would have been the main thing.
Yeah.
Would Coach Prime come to the Raiders? Would Coach Prime come to the Giants? Would Coach Prime come to the Falcons? But it was the Browns. Even it was the New York Jets. You don't think Prime would go to the New York Jets to coach his son?
No. Because when your owner listen to his grandson talking about Madden, a player not good on Madden, is you shitting me?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think Dion would have taken a head coaching job. One, he already turned down Dallas, but Shedeur didn't go to Shedeur didn't go to Dallas, so that I mean you can take that out of the equation. But what he has going on in Colorado, that is his legacy.
Right.
That's it. He has the key to the city. He don't have to pay for nothing.
Right.
I mean, this man
T-Bone States.
I mean, this man turned a program that hadn't won a game in almost 2 years, a 1-11 season, and now I ain't gonna say they're contenders, but he's building.
Right.
I mean, he got them to build a brand new weight room facility. Now they almost talking about building a new stadium out there now. And they haven't won, ain't claimed close to winning the Natty. So
listen, I'm telling you.
But because of what he's doing and what has done, it's not too many head coaches that's going to turn down the opportunity to coach.
Listen, I'm telling you, let a team like the Raiders who just got a new head coach will have drafted Shedeur last year. I mean, I'm telling you.
But you got
the same way folks thought that Prime wasn't gonna leave Jackson State, and look what happened.
I knew the last time the Raiders were any good. The last time the Raiders were any good.
Exactly, but that's the whole point. They gonna try to sell tickets. That's the point. They're gonna try to sell tickets. You drafted Shedeur, and now you go get Coach Prime to coach his son and keep it going. You've been coaching your son since AAU. You coach your son at Jackson State. You coach your son at Colorado. Now you coaching your son at the Raiders.
I'm gonna tell you why a lot of people wouldn't have bought in on that.
Right.
Because there were so many reports that said that Dion that Shador needed to get from up under his father. Because his dad, I mean, because they said his dad was like, he wasn't the offensive minded coach, he was defensive coach, and they wanted to see what he was like, coach being coached by somebody else. So I don't think they would have done it. Now it probably,
but Prime always had a NFL offensive coordinator. His offensive coordinator at Colorado and Jackson State was Pat Schumer.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, but the thing is, they saying that he needed to get from up under his father. That's the whole point. Right. Like you said, he's been fan for him ever since AAU. But in highlight, he's been being guided by his father. Now, yes, he had been having some offensive coordinators, some quarterback coaches, but he still was under his father, and they want to see him get from up under that. That was the whole.
I mean, like I said, I don't think we would have drafted him. I don't think.
Shador?
Yeah, Shador. I don't think we would have drafted Shador.
No,
we wouldn't. We wouldn't,
because all we would have heard was Coach Prime to Atlanta. Coach Prime to Atlanta.
I don't think one, for somebody like that, you got to have experience in Atlanta.
Yeah.
To be a head coach. Now, I can give Raheem his props about that. He did have experience in Tampa Bay. Now, they did not win that many games in Tampa Bay, but he did have that experience.
Yeah. The one thing I liked about Raheem, you can say he was a hype guy, and he got people and players to buy in to his system. Like when he was here as a defensive coordinator, he got people to buy into him. Right. He was that people guy. Everybody gravitated to him. I mean, it got to the point where even the offensive players will grab. When they came off the field, they wouldn't talk to Coach Prime. Right. And the same thing happened in Tampa Bay. So when he came back here, I thought for sure. I mean, it was a different team, but at the same time, that he would be able to get those players to buy in and do what he wants. Because sometimes all it takes is just a person.
He just ain't put the right staff around him.
Right. You got to have the right coaching staff around
that part. Yeah.
If you look at Andy Reid, got the right coaching staff. If you look at Green Bay, the Rams, Philly, if you look at all these teams that win consistent, they got the right people around them.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then I'm not finna hire my best friend, and I know you don't got no experience to be my OC. What I look like?
Or DC.
Right. Or DC, yeah.
Come on, baby, be at Walmart and send paper or plastic. Stop. I'm not finna give you a job like that.
He funny as hell.
Stop it.
You better go to Walmart saying paper or plastic.
No, I'm not finna give you that job.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
But bro, you gotta remember, this is the NFL that works and runs and operates on nepotism, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's where a lot of these teams messing up at.
Look, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I would rather go and get a nigga who from one of the top 20 best high schools in the country and give him a shot before I go and get somebody who done been recycled and passed around everywhere. But about the Andy Reid thing that you said, Andy Reid, see, a lot of people be forgetting. Andy Reid was already a fucking made man before he went to Kansas City. And when he got to Kansas City and won his first ring, that's what solidified. Like,
of course.
That's what
was the whole thing about Andy Reid.
Everybody forgot before he got there.
Everybody forgot Andy Reid was with Green Bay a long time ago.
Yep.
Yeah. What's dude name? The legendary coach down there?
Mike Hungry. They had Brett.
Hungry.
They had Brett Favre up there. Everybody forgot about that.
Yeah.
They forgot. So those are facts. And you want me to keep it facts 100 with you? Those are facts.
Right.
when you go through, when you know how to work with quarterbacks and get the most out of quarterbacks and wide receivers and everything else, then you will succeed.
Yeah, but that's like saying if you know how to get the best out of your car when you go under the hood, you're gonna succeed. No shit.
But I'm not feeling by no limit. I'm not feeling by no plug and give you $100,000.
Hey,
But
look.
when you that dude, you can go and get a plut and make it worth $100,000.
No, you're not.
Bro, you can. I got a mechanic right down the street from me that do this shit, bro.
But yeah, fellas, let's go ahead and start wrapping it up.
Lemons.
Let's start going around and tell everybody where to find you.
All right. It's a great show, guys. Great show. I'm gonna start first. My wife making me come and eat too. So
come on now, you already know what it is. Come on now.
Hey, once again, Jordan, I really appreciate you having me, man. This was a great discussion, full of emotion, man. Everybody had great points, the opinions and all, man. I like I said, I always learn something, man. I always get something to pick up on and do my next show or whatever. But guys, y'all can find me at Atlanta Falcons FANDEMIC on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. No, I hadn't started. I'm finna say Spotify, but I hadn't started that yet. But it's coming. But guys, I appreciate everybody following me. Y'all keep this up because, man, the season might be over, but it's not dead. We still got a lot to talk about. Free agency.
No, we got plenty to talk about. That's the whole point.
Yeah, draft is right around the corner.
Atlanta Falcons content creators everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just waiting on Ian Cunningham to do it to finish up right here in this free agency and gear up for the draft and see what he do in there, man. Because I got a feeling about this team, man. I had a feeling last year didn't work out quite like I thought, but I got a feeling about this one right here, man. I think this defense is going to be probably better than the Grits Blitz. Because I mean, this thing is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
330.
Yo,
let them know where they can find you at, OG.
Hey, man. Hey, first of all, man, let me get his platform, his props, man. You applying pressure, and you done change the game a little bit with your own little style here, man. How you do your thing, man. Just giving you your flowers.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Well, me, y'all know I don't have no platform. You know where where I'm at. I'm just the OG in the chat.
That right.
Yeah, that might be my line right there. But hey man, good to see you, Ron. Man, Ron be doing big things on the eye test and
yeah, man. Shout out to the eye test and Winston.
Oh yeah, Winston, my dude.
Shout out to Mr. John too, man.
Shout out.
Yeah. I hope Mr. John all right. I ain't seen him in a while.
Hey, it is what it is. We don't know. And
10-4. Hey man. But again, man, it's good, man. Y'all. Yeah, look, I'm not a content creator, but I got a little something I'm gonna put out there. I did a couple little videos on some other platforms, man. But I got one more coming out, man. I'll let y'all know when it's gonna drop, and it's gonna be something serious. It's gonna be for the fan base. Cause man, we gotta be better fans, man. We gotta be better fans in front of the company, and because if we don't respect ourselves, man, you can't expect for the other people to respect us as Falcon fans. You feel me? So
right.
with that being said, man, again, Georgia, Texas boy, and all the people that came through. Hey man, new era. I'm out.
Yeah, soldiers, let them know where to find you, big dog.
Oh man, look here, man. You can find me anywhere where it's hood at, man. I'm dope in real life, so I don't really do the social media shit. I mean, social media thing, man. I just come on here when I see the links and all that, man. Come on here and get some game, give some game, and chop it up with the guys, man. Look, man, I'm gonna say this though, man. Ain't no bad blood with none of us, man. I love y'all niggas, and I don't even know you. You feel me?
Oh, you already know it.
Yeah,
Man, I just get passionate about my birds, man. Look, man, we all victims of domestic violence. Cause every year these motherfuckers beat our ass and we come back the very next year and keep rocking with them. You feel me? So clearly we all pain freaks and we love it. So I'm here. Anytime I see my folks up here, man, Black, couple other folks, Georgia, Texas, bar, man. Y'all drop y'all links, man. I mean, y'all drop y'all channels, man, in the back, and I'm definitely gonna give y'all a couple subs and shit, man. You feel me?
You already know it.
But outside of that, man, bird gang or no gang, man. And watch what you say about my birds, motherfucker, in my Samuel Jackson voice. Better watch what you say about my Falcons, motherfucker.
Run, let them know where to find you at, big dog.
Man, you can find me on the odd test on Wednesday nights around 10 o'clock. YouTube, Instagram, we be everywhere. You can find me on Talk Your Ish on Tuesday nights around 8 o'clock. We be on everywhere and like and share in the show.
Man, I want to say thank everybody coming to the show. All the fellow Atlanta Falcons content creators who done came on the show today. Everybody in the chat. Everybody's welcome. All Atlanta Falcons content creators. If the link is in the chat, hit it. Come on, man. I love the love. I love the support. It's because of y'all I started my show. I appreciate everybody for jumping on. And as y'all know, man, the new era is here. Yes, indeed. Check y'all out next week, man. Peace out.
Shout out to Trey.